Amazing, amazing, amazing. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Traffic Arcing Live. That's the DJ in the room. All right, it's so interesting to have you all join us. All right, so we're live right now. We want you to start to invite your friends. All right, so come on, click on the share button and start sharing. Invite people from everywhere. We are live, 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 live. All right. I believe you all can hear me. If you can hear me, please put 111 in the chat box. We're currently live on YouTube and we're going live on Facebook in a jiffy. We're going live on Facebook in a jiffy. So we want you to be a part of this. So please share this right away. Share this right away. Share this right away. It's going to be a very, very interesting time that we're going to be having together. We're on Zoom too, but I think a lot of people are not on Zoom. So, but virtually everybody is either on YouTube or on Facebook, and we're going to have a very wonderful time together. All right, this is the time to share this. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. Let's keep this open. How we make millions online and how you can copy the same strategies and be able to do this for yourself as well. So, you want to make sure you avoid any form of distraction as this promises you immeasurable value. It's going to be a very interesting time we're going to be having together here, and this is going to make a lot of sense for you as well. All right, so I believe people are able to hear me. um, okay, I think I need to do system sound so that they'll be able to hear. People on Facebook, I need to be able to be sure that they will be able to hear my guests as they come up. We're having mind-blowing, incredible guests today or this evening. All right, people on Facebook, shout out to you. Hello, Facebook. Type 111 if you're on Facebook. Where's the DJ? Come and do your thing for the Facebook. Yeah. That's the DJ for the Facebook people. All right, so welcome to Traffic Hacking Life. When we come back, I'm going to be going into the reason we are here today and why you have to sit at the edge of your seat. Why you should not miss any of the part of what we're going to be talking about today. We'll have a full house and we are going to be breaking so many things down. All right, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. This is Traffic Hacking Live. All right, this is a very critical episode. It's so critical because in life there are endeavors, but endeavors become burdensome when they do not produce results. There are so many things you want to do, there are so many things you are currently doing. If you have an expectation from those things you're trying to do and you are not meeting your expectations, you're not able to generate result, it becomes bothersome, it becomes a big deal. All right. So this creates frustrations and, of course, could make people lose hope in the things that they are trying to do. And this is what I figured out. We have a lot of skills written on this board, which is what LAP represents and what Traffic Hacking Life really is about. But it is not enough to have just skills. All right, it's not enough to just have skills. You need to also be able to monetize the skills. So if you know how to do something, how we know that you know how to do something is the type of result you are able to generate with that particular thing. And that is what we are all about here. Are there people who have been able to do very well with the skills they have? Are there people who are able to make money with the things that they are able to do? All right. Can there be a way that you can also participate in that? Somebody is talking about my volume. Those of you who are hearing me, is my volume good? If my volume is good, I want you to type 222. All right. Okay, someone else is saying volume is down, so I think I need to do this. How about now? Not even sure which of these is loudest. This volume thing there. How do I sort this? Let me see if I can do this. Um, Let me see if I can do this. System audio. Beautiful. All right. Can you hear me? Is the volume better? Is the volume better? Is the volume better? If it's better, please put 222 in the chat. Let me see if I can hear myself from here, but this is going to create a little bit of feedback. Can there be a way that you can also participate in that? This volume is good. Yeah, volume is okay. Volume is okay. Amazing. All right. All right. Thank you. Those of you putting 222 there. On YouTube, I'm sure you can hear me as well. I'm sure you can hear me as well on YouTube. So that, I say YouTube. YouTube is hearing me. Facebook, can you hear me? I can't see the chat of people on Facebook. Is there a way to reveal it? Now I can see your chat. All right. All right, Facebook can hear me. Beautiful. God bless you. All right, Facebook, what I want you to do is to share this live 50 times over and comments shared once you have done that. All right, someone say it went low for a while, but it's okay now. Yeah, so I hope I'm not echoing by any means. All right, so fantastic. So I think I have a feedback. I'm also watching on YouTube. I'm watching myself. I'm watching myself. All right, so tonight we're going to deal with how to make millions online, strategies to follow, things to do, what to follow, especially if you live in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Kenya, in some of these other African countries. How can you do it? And I have amazing people. I love these guys. I love these guys. When I see the type of result they are able to generate, the kind of things they are doing, the kind of strings they are pulling, I love their vibe. All right, I don't want you to hear this alone. I want you to invite people. If you're part of the traffic hacking movement, you're a traffic hacker, please, this is the time to get all those people in here. If you are our guest, you don't want to be selfish too. All right, the volume of value you're going to be getting, you don't want to be the only one getting it. So you want to share this. Screenshots me, do screen recording of what I'm saying, and then put it on your status. Invite people, let them come in and be a part of this. So we are going to be having a blast together this evening. I've done introduction for about 13 minutes already. So let's go right into why we're here. First of all, Traffic Hacking Live is a live event that we have every Saturday where we teach how to generate money or generate income or make money, skills that you require to be able to do that. And we also show you that the skill of traffic hacking is what is most required. I mean, the foundational thing that you need to build and scale any kind of business. And you cannot make wealth or build wealth without business. And I say business does not necessarily mean you create a shop and you're selling something, all right? Even your job is business because it's an exchange of value, all right? Whatever it is that your core career is business. And those who do business, transactional business, who sell product and service as well, it is also business. So you build wealth through business, all right? And to be able to build wealth through business, there must be multiple transactions. There must be profits. Profit first. And for you to make profits, you need multiple transactions. All right. So to get multiple transactions, you need multiple traffics, unlimited traffic. So to be able to add the right traffic into your product or services is the foundational requirement if you are ever going to be wealthy or sustain wealth. All right. So why we start like this is because this is the foundation everyone must build. You can't build wealth by jumping into investment. You're going to break your leg. You're going to break your leg. All right? You can't build wealth by jumping even into business. You will struggle because you are credibility deficient. All right? Businesses are built with skills. Those who don't have skills, they hire those who have skills. So because they have money to hire those who have skills, so they can build their businesses. So you can't build wealth without business. All right. To build wealth with business, your business must make profit. To make profit, a lot of profit, you need multiple transactions. To have multiple transactions, you need quality traffic. So you see the T, that's T for traffic. All right. Another T for transactions, then P for profit, and W for wealth. So it's TTPW model is what we always teach here. And what are the skills required to be able to generate multiple transactions so that you can make multiple profit and of course build your wealth? All of these are the things that you're going to be learning. So you want to make sure you have a date with me every Saturday. I'm going to be teaching you seriously. And last week I started bringing in guests. Last week we had a very amazing, mind-blowing lady who blew our mind, and of course told us that it's small thinking to be earning $1,000 for funnels. So now, if you want me to build funnel for you, it is $15,000. I've increased my value too. Yes. So don't bring $1,000 my way anymore. All right. But today I'm supposed to have a triad. All right. But of course, definitely, I'm going to have a trial, but it's still a trial because definitely we'll still be able to make a lot of things happen. We're still expecting if one of my guests will still be able to join us. But of course, I have 2 guests on the waiting room already. They are on the hot seats. It's blowing hot and hot and hot and hot. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have 2 guests. Majorly, maybe the third one will join us later, but we have 2 guests majorly, and we are going to be discussing their secrets to making millions online. These 2 guests are making millions already online. All right, and how are they doing it? What exactly are the things that they are doing? How have they been able to get to this level? What is their strategy? Everything you're going to be hearing from the horse's mouth today. And you're going to be learning immense value from the things that they're going to be sharing with you. So I want you to fasten your seatbelt and get ready, because after this short break, which I want you to use it to invite people, the faces you are going to be seeing and the voices you're going to be hearing are the voices of amazing people. I'm going to do a little bit of introduction by the time that I bring them in. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, after this short break, the faces you're going to be seeing are my guests. Guess what? They will blow your mind. I love these guys so much, and I love the things they're able to do, and most importantly, what drives them. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. welcome back. All right, so I've got 2 guests standing right here, and the first guest, I don't know how even I read this thing. Why am I the one that is on? I'm supposed to be on this side and put my guest, but one of the guests decided to join through phone. All right. So I've got 2 guests. We're going to be dealing with some very critical issues together in the next about 2 hours. We have about 2 hours on this, so let's blow their mind. All right. We have 2 guests. The first person I'm going to introduce, I met him a few moments ago while I was in Nigeria. Last time I was in Nigeria, and I've been hearing about him, but I've never met him. And he had to travel only God knows how many hours, but I remember he got into Lagos pretty late, and he came to the house where I was staying while I was in Nigeria, And the moment I just liked him. He has this free spirit, was able to mix with everybody in the house that day. And I started to hear his testimonials and the things that he was able to do, how he moved from pursuing a job of 120,000. Don't worry, Joseph, just stay the normal. That's why I created your frame. Is very special. So, how he was looking for a job of 120,000 naira, all right, to move into a level where he now makes over 1 million in less than a week. Probably even has a more mind-blowing version of that testimony, but that is just the beginning point. How did you grow from where your mindset is about, I also want to get a job? Those of you doing thumbs down, God knows your house address. So if you don't know the thumbs up, don't thumb anything, just be commenting. You see the one that is up, you now went to down. No, up. Somebody drop that one. I did not talk. Please, let's be guided here. If not, I will appear in your dreams. Thank you. God bless you. As you remove the thumbs down and put it up. Great content. You're not doing down. Come on. Thank you. That's on a lighter note. Anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, the amazing coach, the sweetest thing about him is the fact that he has not been able to move from that mindset of survival, but he has been able to move to the mindset of abundance. And how did I know this? Right now, as I'm talking to you, he has people he's coaching that are doing phenomenally well in the online space, sharing value created by other people. Sometimes to make money is not first about you alone. A lot of people struggle because they want to sell their stuff. I always talk about, I'm probably going to do a session on the business democracy. How many of you would like to learn the business democracy? Now, the business democracy is the business of the people, for the people, by the entrepreneur. All right? But a lot of people want to do the business of the entrepreneur, by the entrepreneur, for the people. So it's a very wrong thing. So the people you are trying to serve don't need what you want to serve, and so you struggle. You try to get a lot of traction. You try to make sales. You try to get a lot of things done, but it becomes difficult because you are running your own idea. You're not running the ideas that people are already that they're already looking for, that is perceived to be valuable to them. So how then do you retrace your so-called business idea to become something that people are looking for, what people really do want? All right, and that is what democracy of business, or business democracy, really is all about. So now, our first guest today has been able to crash that, to move from just what I want to make to what I can help other people make, and I celebrate that a lot. See, I don't care how much you make personally. If you cannot reproduce yourself in someone else, you're a failure. Did you hear that? I don't care how much you make personally. If you cannot reproduce yourself in someone else, you are a failure. So, ladies and gentlemen, with a DJ clap in the house, let us make welcome for the first time on Traffic Hacking Live, Ide Joseph. How are you, Joseph? What's up? Can I hear you? Kindly unmute yourself. You are muted.
Okay.
Celebrate grace. Yeah, that's that. How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm perfect. I thought it was Coach Kenny when you were introducing it.
So all the things I was saying, because some people are typing, it is you. It is you. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, also in the house, I have this young man that I see myself a lot in him. Like, we vibe together so well. Doesn't mean we don't fight, though. We fight. At least we have fought only once. We have fought only just once. But it wasn't really fight, this small fights kind of thing. And he has been able to help a lot of people in the past, just like I just talked about Joseph. Joseph happened to be one of his protege. So everything Joseph is going to be sharing today is still the work of this big man. That's why I put him on top of me. That's why I put him on top of me. So he's an amazing coach. Somebody, now I will say this to you. Few minutes before we went live, before I added you, somebody was saying something to me and said, I know Kenny would never do that. I know Kenny would never ignore me. I know Kenny would always assist. Now, the person was telling me about another coach, a powerful coach, and why the person was not going to work with that coach or learn from that coach. But the moment Kenny brought out a training that is similar, the person that didn't think twice, I jumped on. I said, why? He said, because I know he will give me time. Because I know he will give me attention. Because I know he will guide me and all that. I was like, interesting stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, somebody is talking about echo. Oh, God. Somebody say it's echoing. What's happening here? Current output. We have to do something about this. We have to do something about this. The best way to do it is to wear this. I don't know. My echo cancellation is not coming up. Why? What do I need to do? Sorry, I'm just getting used to this software. So let me wear the DJ stuff and see if the feedback is going to be taken away. All right, can you all still hear me? Now that I'm using this, I need to share. Am I sharing screen? Yeah, beautiful. So I'm sure in both ways people will still be able to hear. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, the man that is selfless, that has helped thousands of people across Africa in this business of online. Welcome with me with a clapping ovation. Let's see the clap. The boss of all bosses, Coach Kenny. Come on, DJ. Amazing. All right, so welcome, guys. Thank you for joining. So, Kenny, how are you? How are you doing today?
Thank you. I'm awesome. Can you hear me? I hope you can hear me clearly.
Okay, can you hear him? Facebook, can you hear Coach Kenny? Please type 111 on
Type
Facebook.
111 in the chat if you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you, so I believe that they can hear you also on YouTube. I believe they can hear you also on YouTube. I've plugged this in, so necessarily there will not be feedback again. I could not do echo cancellation. Something comes up. I don't know how to fix that yet. I'm going to learn it later, so please permit me. I'm the designer of the turntable, DJ, and everything together. Okay, fantastic. So I'm sure they can hear you loud and clear, Kenny. How are you today?
Awesome. All
right.
I'm fine, thank you.
It's
awesome
nice
to be here.
Have you for the first time on Traffic Hacking Live. And it's also nice to have Joseph. So Joseph, let's start with you tonight, and then we'll come to Kenny. We'll do this quick. There's so many things to talk about, so keep expanding. But what we want to bring to the table for everybody is that they all learn, one, that it is possible to shatter your limitation. Number one. Number two, you can duplicate strategies and add your own personality to it and do way more than even the owner of the strategy. So whatever both of you have been able to accomplish, everyone here needs to know that they can do even more, and they know exactly how to get it done. So everyone stay tuned. This is going to be a lot of value for you, and I'm sure that your time will not be wasted. So let's start from Joseph. I call him Joe Man, the Ine Joseph Celebrate Grace. So let's just meet you. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I believe we can all hear me. Can we?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Thank you. So, a little about myself. Ine Joseph, as you know already, we global now. And I school in University of University and graduated in 2015. There's one thing I learned from schooling was candidates. Not that I don't like book, but this school life, the trajectory of finishing school, getting a job, I cannot do this life. So right from my final year, I started thinking of better ways to rather position myself in society and become something. Finally, I went to NYSC 2018, 2019, and in NYSC camp, they started doing this program called SAHI. It's skill acquisition and entrepreneurship development. It's a scheme. I think for about 2 weeks or so, we'll be teaching graduates. Now, this is their amazing part. This was what more like the eureka moment for me. They were teaching graduates how to do tie and dye that we did in home economics in GSS 3. Bead making, bag making, shoe making, tailoring, food processing, then a little on phone engineering to how to repair phone, and computers, they call it IT. The IT, as far as I'm concerned, is just normal, engineering stuff that anybody with an half brain can do. You don't need to be a graduate to do any of these things, right? So it was in that moment it dawned on me that, guy, the government is telling you that we don't have jobs for you, so learn how to be an entrepreneur on your own. I started asking myself and saying, what can I do? What can I do? What skill will I be able to learn that I can do for free without it looking like I'm trying to jam my head against the wall? And then I heard the Lord tell me specifically, this digital marketing, because I was in a hall and some people were talking about digital, amongst other skills. He said, this digital marketing, learn it because it is the future. Whoa. As at the time I heard that instruction in 2018, August 2018 specifically, I don't know nothing about digital marketing. I wish my twin is here. He knows how I used to sing about digital marketing, but I didn't know nothing about digital.
Hey, Odo, are you a
So I took a free course. Yes, I am. La coco, la coco.
Okay, this is really let's meet you session because now I'm meeting you. I never knew that.
Yeah,
Whoa. All right, go on.
Awesome. Look at that. You wouldn't know us except maybe see finish. That kind of thing. The point is, I didn't know digital marketing when I had learned digital marketing, August 2018, NYSC camp. And so I decided to take a free course with Google, and the course was for about 3 months or 4 months. It was very long, but it was fundamental. And then, while I finished that course and I was certified, I was expecting that after I finished this course, I will start becoming a digital marketer, but I was still clueless as to exactly what to do to profit with digital marketing. That was when it dawned on me that free information can only give you basic access, but cannot make you the person you're trying to become. And it is also the problem I see some people do.
Free information cannot get you the results you want. Can only give you basic information.
Basic fundamental information. You can go on YouTube for all you like. There are people that say, how can I pay? I will go do YouTube. Don't worry. Maybe after 2 years, 3 years down the line, wasting it, you finally figure out how to start doing it rightly. But I learned the importance of paid knowledge. Besides, this was a graduate who just finished paying over 800K to 1 million naira. For the past 4 years, was NYSC, right? And I figured out that my certificate was near useless. I said, okay, fine. What can I learn that can give me the results I need to do? I was willing to pay some extra bucks, even if it will mean paying more than what I paid for my PhD. Come and think about it. So I went on Google, searched for digital marketing, found this institution in Lagos, and the price they gave me was 250, 350, 500, 250 regular, 350 professional, 500 for master. Masters was high, considering the fact that I was living on 19,800 as my NYSC stipend. I opted for the 350K training by faith because I got no shishi. Okay, no shishi anywhere. So how do I pay 350 for this training? But I was trusting the Lord that if you told me to learn digital marketing, then you will have to find a way for me to pay. Right? So I opted for the 350 one, and I was trusting to get it done. It was in that moment I found affiliate marketing. And affiliate marketing brought down the price from 350 up to as low as 50K. I was like, whoa. And so that was when I was like, let me start out with this thing. That was what made me go into online marketing. Not because I was expecting that 1 month later I'll be making over $500,000 in my first month. But I just saw an opportunity to learn and develop. I was thinking long term. I was willing to do this thing for the next 1 year. Because, I mean, to get the master's degree, you will need 1 year, right? 1 year, minimum of 1 year. And except those fast track courses. So if it meant me studying this thing for 1 year, it was like my own master's degree, right? Postgraduate studies. So I wasn't thinking, 2 months later, I will blow. There are some people who come to me and they're expecting to make money the next week. All of a sudden, you know.
Let me cut in a bit on that. Let me cut in a bit of that. If there's anyone who is watching right here who have that expectation, it will at the long run affect you, because the negative effect of that is going to be very horrendous. You must focus on value, then results will follow you. Now when I say results,
Exactly.
I mean money, wealth will follow you if you focus on value first. And when we're talking about value, it's in two ways. Just like Joseph is now a twin, we have Joseph and Joshua. Joshua, by the way, you look good. I don't know why you are not identical. It's I don't know. Anyway, the first one is adding value to yourself. All right, is who you are becoming first. You're going to hear from the story of these two amazing guests that I have. They used to be someone and they became someone else. Then the money started to come. They used to be someone, they became someone else, then the money started to come. So the first thing I want you all to learn, one, is add value to you. How can you become better? What can you add to yourself? That's the first phase. The twin of it is seek to add value to people. The more people you can reach with a little extra value, the more you can reach with little extra value, the more money you'll be able to generate yourself. So it's very important that in the journey of making money online, want to build your business online and all of that, the first thing is who are you becoming? Are you learning? What are you becoming? Then the next one is how many people can you add value to? So thank you, Joseph. You can continue. Don't say everything yet.
So
Don't say everything yet. We'll still come into this full story later. So that.
So I focused more. As far as I'm concerned, I thought I've started already. Okay, since we're in the Let's Meet You session, I focused more on building capacity, learning, right? And so in the space of a month, I started seeing results that I didn't think I could see in a year.
Wow.
And if there's anything it taught me actually, is to learn more. And so basically that is I guess this is my Meet You session, how I moved from earning 40K per month to, because I don't know where to stop. My story is like no break. Let's just go.
So what do you do right now? So what do you do right now?
Currently, I'm plenty things at the same time. First of all, I'm an affiliate marketer. I'm an online marketer. I am a traffic hacker with LearnoFleece, and most importantly, the best part of my job is that I am a coach.
Go on.
Most importantly is that I am a coach. It is where I find pleasure. It is where I find fulfillment. When I see when I see alerts of 100 to 500 to, when I see those big alerts, they do not impress me as much as seeing people I'm teaching come back and say, I just made 6 figures, I just made so amount, and I'm grateful for that God was able to use me, or God is using me to help people financially because someone said I was blind, but now I see. I was poor, and now I'm loaded. The point is, I know what it means to be broke, capitally broke, right? For a long time, praying to God and getting angry with God, getting angry with everybody like they are the cause of my problem. This paranoid state because things are not working. And I know what it means to come out from that state and start seeing some good results that I can say I am proud of. So when I see people who are struggling financially, the first thing that comes to my mind is not how I can make money off these people. Initially, when I started self, I was paying for people. I was paying for people. Literally, like, oh, you need, okay, fine, let's share the money. But people that even called me on video call and say, bros, do this thing for me. But there's one thing I learned for all of them that I paid for, none of them was able to succeed with it. And then I learned something that what you don't pay for, you cannot value. Boss, make I stop for here first. We will enter
What
later.
you don't pay for, you cannot value. Hey,
There is
is
God.
God. Oh. Ah! Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Joseph. So let me quickly flip up to the Oga at the top. I mean, literally
Thank
at the top. So let's get to meet you, Coach Kenny. Who is Coach Kenny? What do you do? What is your own summary version
Okay.
of your story before we get right into this thing? Please listen very well.
All
Oh.
right.
Hear wisdom. Oh. Uh-huh.
So,
You only you
Where's the
waka come.
but there are different sides to the story, you know. And
exactly?
my passion for selling online actually started in 2016. Well, I say my passion or my interest for selling online actually started in 2016. That was when I just finished my NYSC, and then I started working the first 9 to 5 job I had. I had a 9 to 5 job once upon a time. So I was working the 9 to 5 job. It was a software company in Benin, and I got that job on a platter of gold. In fact, my boss never did an interview for me. Normally if you're doing an interview, they will just call you. They'll ask you questions and stuff like that. I never did any of that stuff. He just asked me one question: "Do you know how to use Microsoft Office?" And I said, "Yes." And next thing I know, I have a job. So
Oh,
that was how I got my first 9 to 5 job, and it was a miracle, really, growing from that point of being a contract staff. Within a space of 2 years, I was a management staff in the same company. You know, and then when I had become a management staff, of course, definitely for somebody to move from contracts to management within a space of 2 years, there's no how you will not get some enemies. In fact, you will get some fans. And as a result of that, and let's just say I was edged out of the company, you know.
Wow.
It was the definition of rock bottom for me because I didn't save a single penny leaving that place. You don't go to the office in the morning expecting to lose your job. So it was the it was the definition of rock bottom. I had to start from literal zero. That's actually the reason why Zero to Hero was formed. You know, I had to start from ground zero. No savings, no lifeline, no job. And I woke up the following morning, a jobless graduate, asking myself, what can I do? Because I knew I had two options. It's either I became a victim of circumstance at that point in time. I was a popular person in church then. I could have just gone to my choir and said, please, oh, your boy does not have job again. Oh, help your boy. That kind of thing. I could have become a victim of circumstance or take responsibility for my actions, take responsibility for my outcomes. Of course, I chose the latter. So I decided to ask myself, what can I do? Now, this question, there was only one answer to it at the time, because in my skill set, I only had the skill of motion graphics, right? Of course, when it comes to minting money out of thin air, and I mean out of thin air, it is the skill that you leverage through selling that brings money for you from thin air.
The
So
skill
that's
you
why I
leverage
asked
through
myself,
selling.
yes.
So the skill you
So,
leverage through another skill called selling.
yes,
So I think
that's
you
it.
you solved you solved a 1,000-year-old mystery by that statement. The reason you have not made much with the skill you have is because you don't know how to sell.
Exactly,
Every kind of
exactly.
skill
And we have
are
so many
great.
people with
Yeah.
skills.
Without ability to sell, you won't make much. If at all you even make anything. So if you ask me what's the first skill I need to learn, then learn how to sell. Once you have it, you can do everything.
Exactly.
Maybe I'm going to tell my own meet me story too. There's one story that both of your stories bring to mind that I would also like to share, which is very important. Please continue.
Yeah, so that was when I discovered that having a skill is not enough, but you need to also have the ability to sell that skill. And then I asked myself, who would want to work with an Otondo? Nobody wants to work with an Otondo because I was a call me fresh in the market kind of person. I was a fresh in the market salesperson then, and nobody wants to work with somebody who has not worked with anybody before. So how do you go from not having worked with someone before to working with people without them working with you? Somebody must work with you. So how do you do it? I asked myself that question, and the answer to the question came one morning. I just woke up and it just dawned on me, why don't you offer this service for free? Why don't you offer this service for free in exchange for social capital? Why don't you exchange this for free in exchange for
Social
social
capital.
capital? So I looked out for brands that were looking for what I offer, and I called out to them and I said, I want to do this for you. I want to sponsor you. I didn't say I want to do it for free. I said I want to sponsor you with this particular thing. All you have to do is, if you like it, just do a testimonial. That's all. Just tell me what you thought about what I did for you.
Can,
Simple.
can you can you
I
hold on
selected
that?
10 of them.
Hold on that. Strategy is very important, and the manner of approach to every class of audience. When I did that training, it's on my YouTube channel, by the way. If you're not subscribed to this channel, a subscription to this channel will be very much appreciated. All right, please do that. There's a video on this channel currently. We're going to take it down very soon. It's The Secret of Wealth. All right, and um, I think something just took my attention. Something just took my attention away. You were making a statement now. Please remind me what you just said last.
It was
My mind
about
just broke into a lot of things.
exchanging my service for social capital.
All right, sir. Yeah, good. I said, I'm back. I'm back. Yeah, my head explodes with idea most times. Your vocabulary is the foundation of your bank account. Your account balance is a proof of your vocabulary. Wars were fought, territories were forged because of words. Somebody said something and some people acted. Somebody said something and thousands of people got killed. Somebody said something. So that is how powerful words are. And words are nothing but syllables, vocabularies. That is what all of this is about. Everything I'm saying out of my mouth now is making sense to you because of the vocabularies that I'm using. So you have your current bank account because of the vocabularies you are using. So when you approach somebody and you want to do something, offer a service for that person, Before you approach them, they do not need you. In most cases, they don't need you because they don't know you. They can't even trust the things you say or you claim that you want to offer to them. But your arrogance, which you think is confidence, because there's a very fine line between both of them, is pushing you to go and approach them and say, I want to help you. Yes, a lot of people come to my DM and say things like that. I just ignore them. I mean, how can somebody come to me on Instagram, for example? I have almost 20,000 followers, and say, I want to help you grow your Instagram page. And this person has 625 followers, doesn't even have 1,000 followers. I mean, what you mean is you want to help me reduce my followers to 600 or to 500. Is that what you are trying to tell me? There's another guy who had about 200,000 followers. He said, I want to help you grow. Then I said, nice one. I didn't answer him. I click on his page. I saw 200,000 plus. Then, because of my own sophistication, I decided to check his posts. And now saw the engagement is less than half of my engagement, even though he had 200,000. As I want to today. So, I did not respond to him as well. Why? Because I do not know them. And the way they came at me made me already feel like, no, I don't need you. I mean, why should I talk to you? So a lot of people have value to offer, but the words they speak when they approach the person they want to work for is what is keeping them down. Hear wisdom from Coach Kenny today. How he was able to navigate that. I don't even know if they gave you these opportunities or not, but Biko, continue.
So I actually talked a little bit about this in the session I had on LAP recently, where I talked about how to move from Otondo to authority.
Yeah.
You know, and what I said was the first thing you need to have is a sellable skill. Number one, you can't do without a sellable skill. Number two is you need to be selfless enough to exchange that skill for free for social capital. Now, some people will now be asking, what is social capital that I'm talking about? Now, social capital is the totality of people you have at your disposal who will buy something from you as a result of some kind of value that they have gained from you in the past. Right? That's social capital. For example, you host a free training where you teach people graphics design. You finish teaching them graphics design for 3 days and you did not charge them anything. You just ask them, save my contact if you got value, right? Save my contact if you got value. I have some interesting trainings coming up in the next 1 week or in the next couple of weeks. Guess what happens? In the next couple of weeks, your training comes up again. This time around, they have to pay 5,000. Do you think they will pay? So it's obvious they will definitely pay because you have proven to be someone of value by giving value up front.
Yes.
Right? By giving value up front. I usually say if you put value in front, money will follow behind. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Right? So back to what I was saying. I selected 10 the first set of videos I did for 3. They didn't just give me testimonials, they also became my clients.
Wow.
They became my first clients. Because they were the first people who asked me, how much do you charge? I told them I'll get back to you because I didn't even have a price that time. I told them I'll get back to you. Because then I didn't have a price. It was then I went to go and start checking out what will I charge these people. You know? So anyway, that was how I got my first set of clients. And fast forward a year down the line, I was doing well. Okay, no, I will not say I was doing well. I was getting steady inflow of low funds, about 40 to 60K per month on a good month. So I was getting 40 to 60K on a good month from doing branding, because then I increased the scope of my services. I was doing branding, I was doing motion graphics.
Oh, I think we have a little bit of.
Was still not enough
Okay, it's back.
to get me 40K. The combination of those three things, graphics design, motion graphics, and branding, was not still enough to get me to a point where I was making 40K a month or even 60K a month consistently. Only like once, the money would just come in and then it would off again, and then I'll have to start borrowing. Then I used to collect money for subscription from my parents. Sometimes, even from my in-law too. Sometimes I'll collect money for subscription. And the funny thing is, all those monies I was collecting then, I was investing them in myself.
Mm.
For every dime that I collected for subscription, I was not chatting it away on WhatsApp. I was not watching YouTube videos. I was investing it in myself because I would use that money to download courses.
Mm.
I would use it to download courses. I have a friend of mine who is based in China, is a ClickBank affiliate. The guy just gave me access to his library of courses. So all I needed was data to get those courses. So, I would borrow data to get those courses, and I was filling my head with value. I was filling my head with value. I was increasing the skill set, right? And, you know, it now just so happened that immediately after the COVID, that was the heat of COVID last year. Immediately after the heat of COVID, that was when I decided to get, serious with affiliate marketing. I had already started affiliate marketing as of 2019, but then I didn't get results because I was doing too many things at the same time, had the wrong mindsets, and so on and so forth. Those are other things I would love to share in some other session, But then I started getting results finally when I decided to become laser focused in
Mm.
one direction.
Okay.
I finally started getting results.
Hold your thoughts on that. Let's expand a little bit on that. Focus. 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 Somebody type focus for me. Type it, type it, type it. Focus. 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 This is what focus do for you. It creates blindness to irrelevancies. It creates blindness to things that are irrelevant. When you focus on something, it creates blindness to other things. Your energy becomes hyperactive, hyperfunctional. Some of you wonder why people cannot see, hear very clearly. Some of you wonder how people cannot hear, see very clearly. It's because your brain, you that you can see, hear, taste, have all the five senses complete, is scattered among those five senses. They lost one critical sense. It distributes the activity of the brain to the remaining four, and those remaining four becomes very, very high. And that's why some of those great musicians, melancholic musicians, creatives, cannot see. You talk about Stevie Wonder, you talk about the Blind Boys of Alabama, you talk about our own Cobhams, Asuquo, and the likes of them. Yinka Ayefele did not become popular until he lost his leg. Somehow, when there's a reduction in the things, I'm not saying go and get blinded and all that, please understand what I'm saying. When you have a focus on something, it creates blindness to other things. Then it now feed that thing you are focused on a lot of value, a lot of energy, and you are able to generate better results faster. Don't be here and there. All right. And a lot of people have these conflicts. I'm saying all these things because we might not touch them later on. A lot of people have this conflict where you find yourself having ability to do many things. If you are like that, type what would you even type, Sefo? I want you to type that's me. You have plenty of things that you can do. You can do this, you can do that, you can do that, you can do that. And then you are wondering, and this is a very, very terrible thing. You agree with me, Joseph and Kenny, that most people who find themselves having many abilities are not able to become a lot in any of them. They struggle. They get down easily. They get emotional easily. They get depressed easily because they know they can do stuff. There is a friend or somebody they know who is doing phenomenally well, and they are wondering, I can do this thing this guy is doing better. Why come my own story is like this? Your problem, ladies and gentlemen, is the fact that you have not found a way to focus on the most important while you build to a level where you can do other things. How many of you know that an average bank in your country can start 20 businesses in the same day, and almost all the 20 will succeed? A bank can go into 20 businesses in a day, and almost all the 20 businesses will succeed. But you and I cannot try that. You and I cannot try that. It's going to be very difficult to even do 2. How much more 20? How can a bank have the ability to do 20 business in a day? They grow, focus on banking to a level where they have built capacity, and their capacity can now help them invest in 20 different businesses at the same time, and each of them will be managed independently or interdependently, and almost all of them, except if they do not do their research very well, almost all of them will succeed and do well. Why? Because they have ability to pay people who focus on each of those 20 businesses. But you're just only you. All right. So my advice, let me give you the solution. Of course, we're going to still talk about that, is to find the most marketable thing that you have ability for among all the 100, and give yourself a timeline. Between now and this time, I want to focus on only this. Then put everything into that one. Then when you get to a level where that one becomes successful, might take you 6 months, might take you a year, might take you 2 years, might take you 5 years. The moment it becomes successful, then you can look on to the next. As a matter of fact, it will be able to take care of itself, and you have ability to now spread yourself. You have not found a man to marry you because you are dating 5 guys at the same time. That's a word of wisdom for somebody. Let me say it again, word of knowledge for another person. You are not married as a man because you are dating 5 girls at the same time. You know. If you just break up with 4 of them, focus on one. Date that one for 6 months. No matter the temptation. Those of you on my WhatsApp status, recently I shared a story that happened to me 6-7 years ago. All right, about the temptation. God have mercy. All right, you will be shocked what will happen in that relationship. The same thing for business, the same thing for your abilities, the same thing for the things you have affinity for. Laser focus on one. So Kenny, you were talking about laser focus.
Yes, you need to develop the ability to become laser focused in one direction. And I'm actually the best person to tell you this because I used to be Mr. Focus on so many things at the same time. I used to be the guy that would tell you, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what most people say. That's their excuse when you tell them you don't need to be doing too many things at the same time. They tell you, "Yeah, you can't put all your eggs in one basket." But the funny thing is, when it comes to income, you have 2 kinds of income. You have active and you have passive, right? You have active and you have passive. Recurring income is one of income you have. It's active and passive income. Now, what most people do is that they are accumulating active income sources by doing so many different things, right? Because they have several skills, expecting that the more active income sources they have, the more money they make. And that's what society tells us, right? The more income sources you have, the more money you make. But what society doesn't tell us there is the more passive income sources you have, the more money you make, not active. You know why you don't need to be active accumulating But why I found out that why you don't need to be accumulating active income sources is the fact that when you have more than one active income source, an active income source is one that requires you to share your time, your
Yeah,
energy,
your
and your
time, your energy,
resources.
yeah.
In order for you to get results, you must share your time, your energy, and your resources into as many parts as there are, right? If it's, for example, you have three active income sources, then it means that your time, energy, and resources will be divided into three. Otherwise, one of those income sources will suffer,
Mm.
right? I hope you're following. Now, now what happens is if you are able to if you're able to take a look at this thing I'm telling you very properly, you will find out that the more active income sources you have, the less your propensity to be productive per income source.
Mm.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The more
I
you
think that's
increased
Lagos
your
network.
propensity, yes, it means that you have decreased your propensity to be productive per income source. And that's what I was struggling with because I had about four income sources at the time, but yet I was not making up to 100K in a month.
Mm.
So that just goes to prove that it's not about the number of active income sources you accumulate, right? It's your ability to get laser focused on one to a point where you see predictable results
Mm.
and once you experience momentum, you begin to scale to a point where you
Fantastic.
begin to see what we call exponential results.
Fantastic.
Exponential meaning that the results keep multiplying even though you are not putting as much input anymore. That's exponential, right? At that point, you can now convert your active income source to a passive income source. At that point, you can now diversify and increase your income portfolio.
All right. You know what? I was reading a write up by Russell Brunson, the founder of ClickFunnels, on his IG recently and said, uh, 10 things that made me a millionaire, something like that. And I was shocked when I saw number three, I think, saying avoid multiple streams of income. Avoid multiple
Hmm.
streams. Can you want to talk about how you became a millionaire and you say avoid multiple streams of income? While we have taught for several years, an average millionaire has 7 streams of income. Da, 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 da. So, and he explained further, which is what we have been dealing with the last 10 minutes now, that when you try to pursue multiple streams of income actively, it breaks you down in such a way that you don't have enough energy to do well with any of those income streams. All right. But multiple streams of income must find a way to automate as many of them as possible. It's very, very important that we pay attention to. All right, I want us to move into the next big thing. And um, so, okay, finally, what do you do now? What do
Okay,
you do now?
well,
We're
now
going to get back into all of
now
this
I
next. All right, go ahead.
now I have three income sources from the same niche, affiliate marketing. So I currently run an affiliate business. Of course, I'm one of the traffic hackers on LAP,
Let's
and
put some
I
DJ
am
to. DJ,
also
where are you now? Okay, go ahead.
yeah, and I am also a business coach. I run a community where we build people's affiliate businesses for them, basically. So we raise top performers in the affiliate business space. We have over 3,000 members in our freemium membership with members from over 7 different affiliate programs from 10 countries currently. And yes, we actually hold one of the largest memberships on the Seller.co platform as well.
Beautiful.
So I run a coaching business and I also run a consultancy as well. I'm also a paid speaker, a transformational speaker as well.
Nice one.
So yeah, that's That's the summary. Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. So, is Joseph still online? I think it looks like his
Yes, I
camera is
am.
frozen.
I am.
All
I
right,
am.
fantastic, fantastic. So, we want to talk about your secrets, both of you, the type of results you've been able to get so far. I know this is just the beginning. There's still many more things that are coming up in the pipe, but this result is testimony to millions of people. Is the type of result a lot of people would like to have. So we want to discuss your secret, and I want you to. I don't want to jump. I know there was a time that within a week that Kenny was able to do over 2 million. There was a time that in a week you did 1 million as well, and a lot of millions and millions and millions. But the truth is, both of you have made millions online within a month, within a week in some cases. And how did you do it? What was your secret? How were you able to generate this income? Now, this you can jump in at any time. So if I'm talking to Joseph, Kenny can jump in anytime. If I'm talking to Kenny, Joseph can jump in anytime as well, so that we make it interactive. We're just gisting about the things that you've been able to do. So I'm going to start with Joseph. From looking for a job of 120K to making millions, Udo Emmanuel coaching, we were still expecting her. So hopefully she's able to meet up before we're done. All right. So, and you move into being able to generate millions online already. So how did you do it? What's your secret? What brought you this far? So over to you, Joma.
Thank you. My noisy BC new. Everything is almost like saying don't be live on this program, but God passed them. Thank you for having me once again, Coach Amavad. It's a privilege to be here. So back from my story. I always like to start from my story because it is the things we pick along the way that actually determines if you are going to succeed or not. Like I will always say, what I heard Ronaldo Zimora say, I don't know where he heard it from. He said, a man's speed is determined by two things: what he's pursuing him and what he's pursuing. What he's pursuing could be your ambition, his drive, his goals, things he would like to achieve. But what is pursuing him can be sakba, hey God, could be being broke, could be not having enough to live by in life. So the point is, before I was chasing the 120K per month job, I hope you can hear me, please.
Yes.
Okay, please, thank you. So when I was chasing the 120K per month job, at the moment I was working in an hospital for my NYSC, where I was being paid 25K as a youth corps member. By the time I finished youth service, they retained me because I was doing exceptionally well, and they increased my salary as a BSc graduate to 40,000 naira per month. Now that looks small until you realize that I was among the top 5 earners in that hospital, right? One of the top, the accountant was earning 50K, and some of the top staff members were earning 45K, even some 35K. So I was one of the top earners in that place. But I knew this was not good enough. Now 40K will want to buy base. So I needed something that could give me the kind of results I wanted. And so I saw this 120K job in Abuja National Assembly, and it looked like, oh boy, every graduate's dream, 120K per month is something that looks nice. And so I was pursuing this job with prayer and fasting and all manner of approach, sowing seed and saying all manner of things. But it just felt like the Lord didn't want me to have that. Or else I would have been a traffic hacker today. I would have been busy in my office with doing many things, but you are nowhere. And there's someone here right now who I'm hoping that is hearing this thing. You are doing many things at the same time. Some people feel, Coach Kenny mentioned that earlier, and Boss Sam, you mentioned how that it's not about having many streams of income. It's about doing the right thing that gives you the results you want, and then growing from there. So this 120K per month job looked like it for me, but I didn't get it. 2020 wind down to 2021. And then one of my leaders called me and said, Joseph, I know you are trusting God to give you a job in Abuja. Why not find something you can do? This was one of the very statements that challenged me. The thing long ago, the discussion was over an hour plus. He spoke wisdom to me, and I told myself I will never be static again. Started going online. I got two certificates on Coursera. I got one other one from LinkedIn Learning, and I was certified in customer service, human resources, and all of that. These were free courses. So in a space of 3 months, I did 3 courses. I was certified with 3 certificates, and my account balance was still 0 naira. And I said, no way, I'm done with free courses. I'm done with free courses. That is why I'm most likely going to pay for a course, even if I can get it for free. And so I started out, and I bought I couldn't afford the money, so I took a loan. My mom helped me to source the loan from somewhere. I started affiliate marketing on my knees, and I said, Father Lord, I use God beg you. You know when you detect God, say you use God beg out. I said, Father God, I use God beg you. This one must work for me. I don't care if everyone is failing. The people that are succeeding, they do not have 2 heads. This thing must work for me. So I ventured into it with prayer, determination, and set goals. And lo and behold, my goal, now this is where I want to really plunge into this session. When I was setting the goal, my income earning expectation for the month was 100,000 naira. The coach told us, write what you will like to make in the next 30 days. Me that was looking for a job of 120, and now I'm able to make 100K online. It was awesome. You know, it looked like 1 million naira for me. I told the Lord, if you can give me just 100,000 per month, I will be grateful to you for the rest of my life. I mean, there are a lot of thoughts I wish I can express at the same time, but let me just stay on pause. And so I ventured into this thing, and I made my first 20K online March 5th, 2021 this year. I started February this year. And that day was a prophetic new year for us. And I laid a demand on that day. I said, Lord, today is Friday. Between now and next week Friday, I need 10 sales, which is 200K. I wrote it down, 10 sales, 200K. And I started out. I listened for his voice. I wrote down over 30 names of people I could meet, both one-on-one marketing and online digital marketing. I did all I could, pressed hard. And on the 7th day exactly, by next week, I hit 200K. Hey God, if my head had cover, it would have opened. Oh my God, if the head would have opened.
Apostle, we hear of this.
200K. Yes, Apostle has to hear of it. You know, I went to that leader that told me to go to laser focus, and I said, Sir, see, I don't blow 200K in 7 days. And it was so amazing that I organized the WhatsApp training, and I started teaching people what I did, how it worked for me. And I got other people to sign up. I started coaching them and mentoring them. And 30 days later, in implementation, by March 31st, after making my first 20K on March 5th, by March 31st, I had made over 600K in my first month. Now,
continue.
Sorry about that. Sorry about the lights. Anyway, you can see me in Jesus' name. Don't worry. The lights will be back on show. So by March
your video is even
31st,
frozen,
I made
but we
my
can hear your voice. Go ahead.
Awesome. So by March 31st, I made 638K. It looked like somebody pinched me. I pinched myself many times to be sure, saying, "Let me get this money." 600K. How? My previous salary that was to save that money in a whole year, I won't hit that money. And then a new version of me was born. By April, I met Coach Kenny. Though I was making something nice for myself, but I saw in this guy, I saw process, I saw commitment, I saw focus, I don't know. Let me just say, there was something about him that just got me to connect with him, and I said, I will pay for this guy's mentorship. He was selling OTC then for 50K. You know, he was selling OTC for 50K then, and I told him, I said, this course I'm buying is not because necessarily I cannot do without this course, because I know me. If I want to do anything, I will do it. But I am paying for this training because of you. I want to come closer to you. You are the reason I'm paying for this training, not for your course. And that is another lesson to learn.
All of you asking me for mentorship, I bind you and cast you. Don't come and ask for mentorship if you have not paid for one or two. As a matter of fact, go and pay for LAP. Go and become a traffic hacker. It's only $100.
Thank you,
VIP
sir.
package. After you have done that,
People don't
you
just
have
wanna
a
tell you
30
to
days
mentor.
mentorship waiting for you. Free. You see my face twice a day, 30 days. Mentorship waiting for you. Then aside that, we can now talk more on stuff. So yes, a lot of people try to do that. They see someone's result, they admire it, and then they go to the inbox of the person and type "I." Seriously, I. Some will even say, "Hi, my name is so. I want to connect with you." Yeah, okay. The way I connect with people that I perceive are doing way better than me is to send them a message and ask, "My name is Sam Harvard. I am good at building sales funnel to multiply sales for any business. Please, anytime you have a need for anything around this my skill, consider it done for you for free. I am just a message away." To some, I will say, please, if there's anything you need done, just let me know. It is completely done for free. I didn't know much, I didn't have much skill, but the little I had, sir, I will offer it for you for free. Just say it. Just say it. So they will not reply me immediately because of what I said, but they will check me out. So when they check my page, I saw the things that it's like this person is a big person. You know. They will now say, I'll get back to you. All right. Somebody will talk to you. All right. You know, something like that. So that's how I connect. So you can also connect by buying some of the things that they are selling. One of the big mentors of mine that I've always wanted to be close to, as a matter of fact, at some point I started sounding like him. His name is Leke Alda. I don't know how many of you know that guy. That guy introduced branding as a discipline in Nigeria and most likely Africa at large. This guy single-handedly built the bank you now know as GT Bank. He was the consultant that put the whole thing together. Amazing guy, yeah? And the next time when God now lifted me and I had the ability to be able to pay for his course, he ran a course in, I think was Ibadan or something. So a friend told me about it. I quickly paid for it so that I can get access. So it's a very, very good way to connect with people. I think Joseph is offline currently, so I'll just continue conversation with Kenny. So Kenny, what is your secret? How were you able to generate these sales? What step by step did you do that these people can copy? I know a lot of them have to go through the 30 days challenge to be able to learn deeper. A lot of them have to register for 0 to Hero for them to be able to learn deeper. There are so many things that they can be able to learn from that is going to really help them. But for those who are already traffic hackers, those who probably are not even traffic hackers and want to grow to the level of making 2 million a week, a million a day, all this type of money that you people are breaking, you people are just, not only you waka come, you people are just sharing the thing anyhow.
You waka come.
So, what are your secret? How did you do it exactly? People wants to learn.
Well, the secret is out. And I've said it several times. The secret is out, actually. And it lies in the 5 pillars that I always talk about. It lies in the 5 pillars. For those of us who knew me before this event, then you know that everything I built up until a couple of days ago.
Yeah, Joseph is back, but we'll come back to
Was-
you, Joseph. You can break in on anything while Kenny is speaking if you want to contribute. So just feel
No
free.
problem.
But now we're talking about the secret of the great coach Kenny, and now he's able to trash those
Yeah.
results. All right, let's do this.
My my ultimate, I call it my ultimate five. And like I said, for those of us who knew me before this particular webinar, then you know that until days ago, I have never run a single advert that I
You
paid
started
for.
running ads. Oh Lord, my God. How is the
I've started
experience?
running ads.
How has been the experience? Okay.
I've started running ads. I got 100 leads this week.
Whoa.
I got
Okay.
100 leads this week. So anyway, up until this week, I've never run a single ad, and that's as a result of the 5 pillars that I'm about to tell you about. I want to summarize the 5 pillars for you, and that is the 5 pillars you can use to build a 7-figure online business as an affiliate. All right. Many of us are already typing it here in the chat. Awesome. You guys know my 5 pillars. Very good. So the first part of the first pillar is your mindset. Why is mindset so important? And why is it that this subject of mindset keeps coming up? It's because the foundation of every 7-figure business is in the way you think. And that is your mindset, right? Your belief systems, your way, your thought
Kenny,
processes.
let me add to that quickly before these things goes away. Your location. Please write this down. Your location determines your income.
Your allocation.
Yeah, your location determines your allocation. It is
Yeah.
very important.
That's
Why?
it.
Why do location determines your income? Your location gives you, your brain, the opportunity to see possibilities. Your location gives your brain the opportunity to see possibilities. If you have never traveled out of Nigeria before, I beg you, in the next 365 days, make sure you travel outside Nigeria. Those of you who are in Nigeria. If you are in Ghana, if you've never been out of Ghana before, make sure you go out of Ghana. But please, if you are living in Nigeria, don't just go to Ghana. Although, yes, even if you go to Ghana or Cote d'Ivoire, by the way, the first country I traveled to outside Nigeria was Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast. And Cote d'Ivoire, even though I had very silly experiences in some ways, the first silly experience I had was nobody spoke English. They all speak French. I don't speak French. The hotel my host put me in, to call them on intercom to order for water took 5 minutes. They did not understand. I had to go downstairs to go and meet them face to face and started describing water. So before they could understand water, oh my God, I suffered that day. So, but then I saw a working system. I got back to Nigeria, I was angry. How can a tiny country in the same West Africa be working this much and the so-called giants are useless? A lot of you can't make money because of your environment. It doesn't matter what you do. You try everything. See, you can do exactly what I do and still not make anything because your environment has crippled your ability to attract wealth to yourself, income to yourself. You can run out, you can do everything. You will not make much out of it because of mindset. Kenny will tell you it took him how many months to make $20 or so?
11 months.
11 months to make only $20. He was doing stuff, not that he wasn't, he was posting, doing all the things he currently probably still do now. He was doing those things, although results, because he had limiting mindset. I think about 4 of them you once shared that he had. It's crazy.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, so your location is important. I will tell you how I began to overcome location problem. I will teach you. Now, you may not have the money to travel, you may not have the money to go to developed countries or working system to see how things work and be able to feed into your mind right now, but If you are able to connect with us right now on YouTube or Facebook, you have the ability to live in another country even though you are still in your country, at least to a certain level. All this will cost you is data and your level of imagination. All this will cost you is data and your level of imagination. I was sharing with a friend recently that next year there is a flight I must get on. That flight is called the Residence. Kenny, the Residence. Joe, the Residence. You must experience
You will
it.
die.
You must experience the Residence. It's an Etihad airline stuff. It's a first class. It's like first class of first class. All right. In the Residence, it's a one-bedroom apartment on the plane. A380, one bedroom apartment, which you have your sitting room with your three-seater and whatever inside the plane. You have your bedroom that can sleep two people conveniently with pillow, mattress, duvet, everything. You have your bathroom where you can poo, shower, do jacuzzi and stuff on the plane. And you have your own bar where you can actually host guests on the plane to come and do stuff. All right. And imagine flying that kind of a thing for 13 hours. So I watched this documentary or a video about it when somebody did a tour on it, and my imagination went to work. I even imagine doing some, inside the plane at 30, so 40 something thousand. Well, understanding is yours. I did not see anything. So if you can interpret it how you like. But my point is, it is people that fly that type of stuff. All right. I've never been inside a Etihad. I've never been inside the Residence, but I can tell you almost every detail about what people do, how everything works. Why? Because I watched it on YouTube. Before I bought my first car, I used to watch car videos a lot. I watch a lot. I YouTube has given me ability to be inside a Rolls Royce if I've never entered one. It has given me the ability to do all of these things. So start by changing the capacity of your mind by exposing yourself to amazing information, amazing experiences. You might not be able to experience it yet, but you can. I want you all to go and search for Etihad. Let me see if I can actually even do something like that. Where is this? No, you search for the Residence on YouTube and watch it after this show. Watch it. Don't forget. Watch it. I would have actually showed you a bit of it. Let me even see if I can actually do that. Where Kenny speaks. Kenny, you can continue. Let me see if I can get something about it and then quickly show you so that you see vision. You see vision.
Okay. Um, so as I was saying about the pillars, the
You're talking
first
about
one is,
mindset,
of
yes.
course, your mind, your mindset. Your mindset is so key when it comes to, your mindset is so key when it comes to the five pillars for building a seven-figure online business. Now, the second of those is your skill set. Your skill set. Why your skill set is, for every niche or for every business that you're trying to build, there are skills that you must acquire as the business owner. Most of us, we work as solopreneurs. You know what a solopreneur is? Somebody who is the CEO and the sales department and the marketing department and the customer care of the business. you know so we all work as solopreneurs, and as somebody who is a solopreneur, you should be able to accumulate the right skills. You see, where people miss it is they feel they need to be accumulating more businesses instead of them to be accumulating more skills, right? Because what you use to get results is skills. That's what you use to get results. So the more skills you have, the more advantage you have over Mr. B, who is accumulating businesses instead of accumulating skills,
Yeah.
right?
Speaking
For
of
example,
that,
in
okay, please go on. Go on. Go
okay,
on. Let me not let you forget that.
yeah, in my skill set, for example, I have the skill of sales closing. I have the skill of objection handling. I have the skill of copywriting. I have the skill of graphics design. I have the skill of motion graphics. I have communication skills. I have public speaking skills, right? So over the years, I have been able to accumulate these skills, and they have made me a better quality of an individual, right? And of course, you know that wealth is attracted to versions of who you are becoming through your intentional growth, right? In mind, in knowledge, and in skill. Those three areas. Wealth is
Wow.
attracted to who you are intentionally becoming through your intentional growth in mind, in knowledge, and in skill,
Wow.
right? So
Now,
that's what makes skill set so important.
now about skill, I want you to write this down. Where your business failed, it is your skill that will save you. Where business fails, skill will come to the rescue.
That's it.
Where your business fails, skill will come to the rescue. When everything else is taken away from you, your skills will remain with you. The skills you have built, there are different types of skills, all kinds. You need to keep on padding it, adding to it continuously, and that really is what's going to move you. Before you talk about the third one, I think I was able to find the residence. Let's just feast our eyes a little bit on the residence and just see. I've not watched this video before, so please, I hope it makes sense. All right, so they carry you with a cab. You have your private entrance. You have your own butler. Oh my God. This is your sitting room. You have your closets. You need to take this drink, ladies and gentlemen. I've taken it before. See, a dining area. You see bed though. Double bedroom. Breakfast in bed. In the clouds. You can shower, dress, do everything. All right.
I will never be poor.
So I want you to say one day. I think
I will never be broke in my life.
this is another one.
Ayakum, welcome on board. My name is Danilo. I will be your butler today. Allow me to give you a behind-the-scene tour of the residence.
That's your sitting room.
This is your private bathroom, your shower, and everything you may need.
That's your bathroom.
Let me know when you would like to rest so I can prepare the bedroom for you.
Wow.
You see?
Thank you for joining me today on this exclusive tour of the residence on Etihad Way.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Coach Lam.
Yes.
I saw $33,000. Is it for the full plane or for the flight?
It's actually the one I want to take is about 45,000. It's a flight from Dubai from Abu Dhabi to Canada.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Cannot hear you. Can't hear
Yes,
you.
I can hear you, sir.
You better be able to hear me, Joseph. You should be able to hear me. Should be able to hear me back.
Sir, before you continue, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Coach Sam, no
You
sound.
know, there's something about those kind of content, and
Coach Sam, no
it
sound. Can
makes
you hear me?
everybody okay. Joe, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Let me drop him so he can join again. Please
Okay.
continue.
So there's something about this kind of content, right? And it causes you to reject poverty in the moment. It makes you angry with poverty. So I will never be poor in my life. I will never be broke in my life. Now, it is easy for you to make such sweeping declarations. That's the truth. It is easy. I mean, I know how many times I have said I will never be broke in my life before I finally decided not to be broke anymore. You hear where I use the word decided, right? So there's a difference between actually longing for something and actually deciding to go after that thing,
True.
right?
True.
The key difference is decision. The- That's the truth. It's not village people or strong man. It's decision. It's decision.
You know,
It's
this
not.
worked for me when I had nothing. I actually, I started out by watching all these luxury things as a way to escape my realities. All right, a few years ago, I was living in a city where the company I was working for were not able to get paid for over 10 months. They were contractors to the state government. They were not getting paid for over 10 months, and because of that, they were not able to pay us. So, but we had to work and all that. So eventually, we could no longer go to work. I was project manager for the company, and we could not go to work. We were at home. There was no other means of making money, and sometimes I would go 3 days without food, only water. I'm not fasting, but 3 days without food, only water, nothing else. The only thing I had was my BlackBerry phone and my social capital, where some ladies who like me because of pink lips and whatever. I know you like me, but I've not, and really, for about 2 or 3 times in my life, ladies have really helped me and leveraging on the fact that they liked me. So they will be the one to subscribe BBM subscription for me. So when I have that BBM subscription, I have access to internet. When I have access to internet, I will be able to. I didn't have TV. I didn't have anything. All I had in my house was mattress on the floor and a standing fan. Mattress on the floor and a standing fan. That was all I had. And this is not 20 years ago. I'm talking 6, 7 years ago, probably down here. So that was all I had. So I will use this data access that I have to while away time by watching so many luxury stuff. How the rich spend their money, how billionaires. So one of these days on Traffic Account, we're going to spend Jeff Bezos' money together so that you can just have a feel of what this thing feels like. There's a website that we're going to visit together, all of us. You'll be telling me what to buy, we'll be buying it together just to have that experience. Just to have the experience of buying an airplane, buying this. I mean, I will just be buying, spending money anyhow. You know, there are so many things to buy. We'll keep spending and the money will not finish. That's just to show you something that is possible. So I used to do that a lot to pass out time. I didn't know that I was feeding myself to a level where my entire existence adjusts to only luxury. It's difficult for me to. I realize, guys, I've not washed my clothes in many years. Me, I've not washed my clothes many years. Ironing, I can't remember. What else? Do house chores or what have you? I can't remember. Not that I'm lazy, I grew up doing that every day. But I've grown to a level now where it is no longer a big deal to pay people to do this for me. I've not done personal laundry in how many years now? Probably almost 4, 5 years now. I've not done it. Except if I want to. I don't even know. I have washing machines in my houses. I don't even use them. It's people who come to say, this thing is just here, it's wasting. Let's use it for you. So that's how I grew into embracing some kind of luxury. And this can be your story as well, because once you have this foundation, then the way to walk your way into it, into those experience, becomes a reality. It becomes a reality. And let me tell you the trick about this. Until you take a step on this, it will always look impossible and difficult.
That's true.
I was telling my friend today we were going somewhere, and then we were supposed to take the metro. And metro in this part of the world is very, very lovely and beautiful anyway. So on the metro, there are two classes. Me, I've told myself, anywhere there is class, Sam Harvard. You see my name says Harvard, luxury. It is the up class I will take. I've told myself, it's a promise. Now, before now, I used to have card for both the lower class and the upper class. I used to have card for both. When you make allowance for lower class, you will use it. Did you hear me? If you make allowance for it, you will use it. So to make sure that I never, until I had one bad experience, that I entered metro, I was going somewhere, and the crowd on the lower class was so choking, and they say it's COVID, social distancing. We're not distancing any social. We were social hugging. See, people I did not know hugging me. Some were smelling. Some, oh God, like what is going on here? So the next stop, like that, I just ran out. So what am I doing here? So I figured out the good class, and I said, me, Sam Harvard, if you ever catch my leg in the metro, it's the gold class. It's the gold class. So I made sure I destroy the silver class card. I don't even have it. So no matter how broke I am, no matter how cash strapped I am, if I have to take metro, it's only the gold. There is no alternative. And I've said, if you will catch me in a plane, it is either business or first class. I would rather not travel. I have two economic class tickets I've not used. I'm trying to say I can use one. Maybe the second one if they can refund me. But every other ticket I have. But it took me months to even take local business class in Nigeria. But I used to feed my mind with all of these things, and it became a reality. It is still my reality. My friend was telling me today about how a friend bought a wristwatch. 38 million. I don't want my friend to hear. One wristwatch, 38 million. So
Wow.
now listen, your mind will be blown now. I was trying to impress my friend by talking about my bag. You've seen how many of you have seen my LV bag? Yeah? You've seen my LV bag? Okay, yeah. I'm talking about
Yes, I've
my
seen
LV
it.
bag, definitely.
Mhm.
I was telling my friend that my LV bag is designer, is this and that. And she said, how much did you buy it? I said, 500,000 for a set of bag. That's one big one, the carry-on, and then my laptop bag, 500,000 naira. And to me, I was proud. She said, it's fake. I said, eh? He said, it's fake for 500k. You know how much I buy bag? 15k, 25k maximum. So I used to buy a bag. I bought a bag for 500k. You telling me it's fake? Said the original one is 13 million naira. Ladies and gentlemen, 13 million naira.
Yeah, eternal life.
Huh?
They give eternal life.
Abi, so now that statement, it they give eternal life, just it they give, it they give. So how do I know this? All of you in the last 10 years, have moved from a certain class of consumption to an upper class of consumption. True of us. There are some clothes you were wearing 10 years ago. There are boutique or places you buy those clothes. You can't buy clothes at those places anymore. You are not wearing designer yet, though, but you believe it's no longer at your level. But 10 years ago, when people buy those clothes and they tell you about it, be like they are wasting money. How can you be buying shirts for 20,000? Today, you buy shirt of 20,000. The same way you are thinking about those who are buying one shirt for 2 million, 3 million, and you say it's a waste of money. Very soon, if you do the right thing and you get to that level, you will start buying shirts for 20 million, 3 million, 2, and you will not even know. You will not even know. So, the
It's true.
important thing is this: when you see luxury or expensive things or whatever, don't ever say it is too expensive. I can't use this. Yeah, it's a waste of money, whatever. I did a baptism for 2 of my younger brothers in one day. 2 of them. I took them to, this was Lagos. I think I just returned from Dubai for the first time I went to Dubai that time. So I took them to Ikeja City Mall. Kenny, listen, and Joe, and everybody else. I took them to Ikeja City Mall. Then we went into, we saw a particular boutique. I think it's Lacoste. Or Puma. I think it's Lacoste. Polo shirts. So I asked them, how much do you think they sell these polo shirts here? I wanted to give them what I call immersion. So they said, this place is in the mall, it's a branded stuff. This polo shirt will be like, one of them said 7K, the other one says maybe 10 to 15K. I said, follow me, let's go in. Then we enter into the polo shop. Then the attendants, of course, came to us. So I asked the lady, I said, please, your cheapest polo here, the cheapest polo you have here, how much is it? The lady said 89,000. He said 89,000. The cheapest that they have in stock. 89 polo, just one, not 10, not 20, just one shirt. Ikeja City Mall. This was years ago. 89,000. Now naira is mad against dollar, so definitely the cheapest polo you'll find there will be about 150K. And they kept quiet, they could not talk. When we got out of the store, they were like, sir, how could people be buying this? I said, shut up. The next time you say that, you will push back the opportunity for you to make the kind of money that will make you afford such a thing. Until you see it as normal. See, anything created by human for human is also for you. Doesn't matter the amount of money they put on it. Whatever you want, you can always get it. Shift your focus from money, shift your focus to the things and experiences you want to have. Then money will become a natural phenomenon in your life. So say, people are wasting money. I said, no, never say that. I said, this your shirt you are wearing, how much did you buy it? He said 5K. Good. 10 years ago, if somebody told you they bought a shirt for 5K, what would you say? Say, I get it now. You understand? My first time, my second time in Ghana, the apartment I stayed, what I was paying per day was my annual rent. At the year that I used to say they sent me out of the house because I could not pay rent, I was struggling to pay that rent per annum. That exact amount was what I was paying per day for the place I was staying. And then I came up with a very, very useful theory for myself, that luxury and premium is meant for you. Somebody type it. Premium lifestyle is meant for me. Say it. Premium lifestyle is meant for me. Premium lifestyle is meant. Let me tell you something funny that happened to me yesterday. So yesterday I was shopping for cars online. I think Kenny and Joe, I will share you some of those links for you to see. For the first time, I saw that luxury cars are not actually expensive for the first time. Now, I plan to buy a Ferrari in 2018 before my business crash. I plan to buy a Ferrari. I even promised Kenny a Ferrari, by the way. So I plan to buy a Ferrari in 2018, but business had issues. I bought a Benz, but I drove that Benz only once before I gave it to a guy to sell it for me so that I can, put money back in the business and all that. And the guy duped me. Till today, I'm still looking for the guy to come and pay me back money for my Benz. So SUV, big ass Benz. So I was checking some cars and all that, and I said to myself, the next car I'm buying will be a Maserati, but I didn't want to buy a car because I felt I didn't need it. But now I see the need for it, and for the first time I understood how cheap a car could be, ladies and gentlemen. So I went to this car store online, and I was checking, and then I saw Maserati so cheap, I saw Benz so cheap, I saw Range Rover. So I said to myself, see, 2022, I'm buying three cars: a Maserati, a Range Rover, and then a Benz. All right, three cars. So put that in one hand. So I now said, how about this my premium luxury sports car? Let me even go there. You will not believe that even at my level, when I open Rolls Royce, open Lamborghini Urus, open all of those things, Kenny, something said to me, what are you doing here? He said, what are you doing here? I was fighting. I said, hey, it's me now. I can buy Rolls Royce.
Demon.
He said, this place is not for people like you. And truly, when I check the price under those cars, hey, make it. It is like 15, 20 times of the cars that the Range Rover, the whatever that I was talking about. I was saying them in millions. Millions quoi. God have mercy. So I now start to say to myself that, hey, what kind of mindset is that? Who told them, or this mind or this spirit or whatever nonsense was speaking to me, that I can't also have a Rolls Royce or buy myself a Lamborghini Urus too? So I got to start fighting it myself. So now I'm browsing. Maybe I'll even show you some of those things before we close today. My point is, your mindset is the foundation of everything. These two great people that I'm talking to now, until they shatter the mindset that was based on what they were making before, $20 in 11 months, a job of 40,000, and one of the highest paid people in the company, until they left that level, the sales did not come and all of that. So we're going to go to Joe to finish talking about his stuff. After I want Kenny to finish the 5 principles. I think you mentioned 3 already: mindset, skill set.
Yeah.
All right, please finish up so that, or finish up
Okay.
those 5 things so that
All right. So let me just run over the remaining 3 very briefly. So the third one I've already mentioned mindset as the first pillar. I've mentioned your skill set, because every industry requires a certain number of skills in order for you to become outstanding, right? In order for you to become outstanding. Now, the third is your vehicle. The third pillar is your vehicle. What I mean by vehicle is every income source is a vehicle, right? The reason why we decide to do stuff is because we're trying to make money. And therefore, that thing becomes a vehicle for you towards a goal. Your goal is to make money. Your goal is to increase your income, right? Your goal is to get to financial freedom. And the third pillar is the vehicle that you choose. What vehicle do you choose that will take you to the point where you can say you are now financially free, right? I had a number of vehicles then. I was driving, only me, I was driving 4 vehicles at the same time. But I had to pick one vehicle, right? And I chose affiliate marketing as my vehicle, because I asked myself, which of these 4 vehicles will take you to a point where you can say you are financially free within the shortest possible time? And the answer was obvious. Affiliate marketing was it. It was right here in front of me. So I chose affiliate marketing. And from that day, I never looked back. It's not that I decided to abandon every other thing I was doing. What I did was basically, I put them in the passenger seat. And I decided to focus squarely by driving the vehicle of affiliate marketing. It is still my dream to own an advertising agency. Tomorrow morning, I can wake up and right now I'm in Lagos. I can wake up tomorrow morning and go and look for a head office because I can afford to do it now. I can, right? So That's the point in the whole thing. Sometimes you need to focus on a different vehicle. In my own case, I needed to focus on a different vehicle to get me to a point where I can say I'm financially free enough to fund my own passions and fund my own dreams. Right. So that was the third, sorry, the third vehicle. Your sorry, the third the pillar. I'm sorry, your vehicle. Now the fourth pillar is your framework. Your framework. Write it down. Your framework or your system. You can call it framework. You can call it system. Why systems? Your system is important because you need something that will be able to get you predictable and consistent results in whatever it is you are doing in that vehicle, right? Your your vehicle needs an engine that will give you speed whenever you need it. Your framework is the engine that gives your vehicle speed whenever you need it. Your framework is the engine that gives your vehicle speed whenever you need it. A system is made up of different strategies brought together to form a framework or a system, right? So you need a system in place in order to get consistent results. For example, you have the framework called the PATS framework. All of us on LAP, we know the PATS framework, right?
Yeah.
The PATS framework. That single training has generated well over 50 million in the last 6 months for people who have gone through the training, right? So you need predictably and consistently. Now, what are the advantages of systems? Number one, a system is testable, a system is scalable, a system is measurable, right? A system is measurable. You can measure where you're getting results from, where your results are not coming from. You need to be doing less of those and doing more of what's bringing in the results, right? So that's what makes a system very, very important for the five pillars. So you need a system in place. There are so many different systems that have worked for other people in the past, right? So if you choose a vehicle, the next thing you want to be thinking is which system am I going to use to get my results every time I need it? That's the next thing you need to be thinking. Not that you just jump in and start swimming and looking for the nearest shore, right? No, that's not what you should be doing, right? So you need a system in place, a framework. That's the fourth pillar. Now, the fifth and final pillar is what? Your relationships. All of us on LAP, we know the relationships. Your relationships. You've heard the saying that your network is your net worth. There's a reason why they say that, and it's because of the fact that if you do not know the right people, a journey that should take you 2 months can take you 2 years, right? A journey that will take you 2 months. Take, for example, when I met Sam Harvard, before I met him, the highest I had ever made in a month as an affiliate was 980,000 in a month. That was the highest in a month, right? But then I met him, and less than 2 months after I met him, I did 2 million in a week. 2 million in a week. You see the power of relationships, right? Relationships are the adrenaline that takes you to the top faster, especially the right relationships. I'm not talking about the wrong ones, so don't go and make bad friends and say it's because Coach Kenny says you can't do relationships. Don't go, don't go and get toxic people into your life and say you're looking for relationships. You will just crash. You will crash like what? Like a cryptocurrency that is dumping. So you need to get the right connections, connect to mentors. The best way you can connect to a mentor is by paying for their course. There's no other way around it. There's no sir, please mentor me. It's not charity. There's no sir, please mentor me. There's no sir, I want to be your student. You want to be my student, take account number, pay for course. So that's the channel to follow. That's the channel to follow. You need to get the right kind of relationships so that you can accelerate yourself. You know, I see a lot of people who are playing the victim mentality. They have this victim mentality that, you know, they are, they everything that is happening to them that is not good is not their fault. Everything that is happening to them, the lack of money, is not their fault. It's because of government, because of the way they were brought up, and so on. So many other different excuses. So that victim mentality causes them to have what I call the destiny helper mentality, because they feel that they are down. Somebody needs to come and pick them up from the ground. Their destiny helper needs to come and pick them up from the ground where they are doing nothing, where they are wallowing in self pity, and where they are wallowing in irresponsibility, blaming every other person for their problems. Somebody needs to come and pick them from that place and say, I'm your destiny helper. Come, let me help your destiny. But you know, the funny thing is, that's not the way destiny helpers were created to function. Destiny helpers were created as accelerators. Destiny helpers were created as accelerators. They are meant to meet you on your way to the top. So they put a little bit of nitro behind you and increase your speed. That's what destiny helpers do. You're supposed to be on your way to the top no matter how slowly you are moving. The destiny helper meets you and says, okay, let me do this for you. And they do it for you, and boom, speed, acceleration. That's what destiny helpers do. Right? So that's what differentiates people who are struggling, people who are struggling from those people who find it easy to connect with mentors that push them and accelerate them to the top. you know so you have to understand these 5 pillars and the role that they play in the mix. Number
All right.
one, your mindset. Your
Okay.
number two is
Skill
your
set.
skill set. Number three, your
The
vehicle.
vehicle.
Number four, your framework or
Framework.
system.
Then
And of course, number five is what?
your relationship.
Your relationship.
You see, I'm
That's
a
it.
student. I'm learning now. We want to take this a notch higher, and I'm going to start with Joseph. The application of what you have just taught. So here is how I want us to do it. Your first million, or the month that you made your first million, Joseph. Now, what exactly did you do? Can you outline step by step? Oh, I found a product created by someone else. Don't mention the name of the product, too, but you can mention the type of the product. I found a product created by someone else, and I sold the product to so X number of people. This was how I sold it. This was how I did it. This was this was the practical step by step application of what we have been teaching so far. Because I want someone to hear that story and say, oh, maybe I missed this step, or maybe I didn't do that other step. Maybe I could try it. So we're trying to give some kind of copy and paste that people could follow tomorrow and be able to join. Now, the critical thing for everyone who is our guest or first timer or just watching Traffic Hacking Live today, you need to understand that the major vehicle to generate this income, these millions online, is affiliate marketing. It saves you the stress of creating your own product. It saves you the stress of so many things. You find something that is already working, that adds value to people, you promote it, and you make commission. It's the sweetest way to make money. But like we have established, you need skill. All right, so you got to learn skills. You got to develop the right mindset. You got to develop your vehicles, which is affiliate marketing in this context. You have framework. How do you want to go about it? All of these things are already available on LAP for you, by the way. So, for our guest tonight, let me start from Joseph. What are the things you did that brought that income? So you can pick any months where the millions came in. Because I know recently you just did $1 million in a few days or a week or something. so what did you do exactly? Let's go a little bit step by step application.
Thank you for having me on stage. So I know it's late already and people need to sleep, and so I think
Oh, you need to sleep. I can see it to your eyes. Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I think we already overshot our time, but we're still permitted to spend a few more minutes because I want people to pick this last one. Is very important. All right, please go ahead.
Well, I have a map earlier, so I don't necessarily to speak. Point is this: number one, we need to try and shorten this speech as much as possible because I don't like long people, I like results, and it's straight to the point. Now, number one,
I can hardly hear you well. Your voice is not distinct.
I feel like can you hear me now?
Here is better now.
The first thing is that the vehicle that we are using in this context is affiliate marketing. So we're not talking about anything. It's affiliate marketing. Now, this is the thing. Some people, I believe majority of us right here watching this show are either affiliate marketers or would be affiliate marketers. The first thing is getting the affiliate marketing course. So people waste too much time trying to browse around. Hey, what is this? What is this? At the time you are wasting, because no matter how much time you waste in the backyard, you will never come to the front gate. Come to the front door, go through and start, laser focus, like Coach Kenny will say, start learning, start becoming. Because you have a long journey ahead of you. So the earlier the better. People waste unnecessary time. That's just for me, sir. If you are here, you are wasting time. Please get on board. I'm not tired. After you get the course, the first thing you do is go through the learning curve. That's what I did. I went through this and all that. So let's start from how I made my first video. This is the first thing I did. Also, far, let me speed up. I'm using organic traffic. Now, the organic traffic, now organic traffic. Number one, there are two most important things you just need right now in your for your business to move forward in your affiliate marketing. Number one, traffic. Number two, sales closing. Full stop. You don't need to educate. Number one, how to
That's
get
traffic and conversion. It all comes down to traffic and conversion.
Yeah.
exactly. You just know how you may not know many things in marketing. You may not know so and so frameworks, so and so steps. There are many frameworks in this world you can use. There are many steps in this world you can use. Of course, you need to learn them. But if you want a fast track result right now, the first thing you need to learn how to do is to get traffic, either paid traffic or organic traffic. Now, paid traffic is easy. Pay somebody who does a Facebook advertisement for you, customize everything, send them to your WhatsApp DM or your email market, and then you have started gotten paid traffic. But if you're going to go in the way of organic traffic, if you don't have the money, which I suppose that, let's say you just borrowed money to start signing up on the course, and you do not have money to run out, first things first, start with your position, your branding, right? You can't be telling people, I want to teach you, because when you become an affiliate marketer, you become a brand. It's not a choice. It's not an alternative that, oh, did I become a brand? By becoming an affiliate marketer, you become a brand. Yes, universally proven that you become a brand. Now, as a brand, you are telling people, recommending, because the work of the affiliate marketer is recommending helpful solutions. So if I'm going to be recommending to you how to make money, I should look like what I'm recommending to you. Some of you want to recommend to somebody how to make a million naira per month, and your profile picture looks like somebody that has not eaten in 2 years. It doesn't work that way, right? So the first thing you need is your branding. Look at your best. Look like what you're trying to sell. If you do your branding correctly, which is called positioning, I love calling it that. Positioning. When you position well, hey God, it is your traffic that will be coming to you. Because the way to organic traffic is tied to your positioning. Positioning is a game of perception. How do people perceive it? Exactly.
Yes, can I
When
come in a
people see
little
you
bit
as
on this? On the subject of
okay,
positioning, a lot of people always run away from the idea of selling because they feel, in quote, that they have to convince people to buy products.
very true.
A lot of people
So
run away from anything that has to do with selling. Once you tell them, oh yeah, let's come and teach you how to do affiliate marketing, they say, I don't know how to convince you. I don't know how to convince people. Who will I sell to? My customers. How will I get customers? And stuff like that. You know, once you get the understanding of the concept of positioning and how to use that positioning to trigger attraction marketing, then you now move from Mr. Salesperson to Mr. Consultant.
mhm,
Because people will now be coming to you based on that positioning, right? The thing about positioning, when you do it right, is it causes people to logically conclude that you are somebody that they want to buy from. It causes
Yes,
people to logically conclude that you are somebody that they want to do business with. It causes people to logically conclude that you are somebody that they need to meet for advice on a certain thing, right? If you position yourself as somebody who is a super affiliate, naturally, people with problems in affiliate marketing, they will come to you and be telling you their life problems. That's the power of positioning. And we call that psychographic positioning, by the way. You are not there, you are not telling them anything, but what you have put at the surface level positioning, as we call it, is causing them to logically conclude that you are the person they are looking for. You know, and that's what differentiates the people who are struggling to sell today from those who are not. There are people who you never ever see them say come and buy, but yet everybody is buying from them. Why do you think that is? Somebody say positioning. Type positioning in the chat.
All right, so
All right,
somebody
so back
type,
to
hey, God.
the Lakoko. The point is this, all right? With the right positioning techniques, you will not be the one looking for who to buy. Rather, the who to buy will come to you and say, how does this thing work? Right now, since the month of September, there's not a day that I do not get at least 5 new leads per day. I don't run out. But the way sometimes I get 20, 50 in my DM in a day. I don't run out, but they come knocking. So people come and say, how do you get people you settle? How do you get them to buy? Because they come to me pre-sold. That's something about your position.
Thank you.
They come to you with the mentality that I want to buy from this person. I want to learn from this person. I want this person to teach me. So they come pre-sold. You don't have to convince them that buy now, buy. So when they come to you pre-sold, you on your at the end of the day, you're going to relax, lean back as a consultant and begin to see how you can provide value to these people. Not that you will not be thinking of how to sell to them. They are already here to be sold to. But you want to provide value that will make them logically conclude to say, I want this thing. So the first thing is your positioning, and there are 2 levels to this. Number 1, surface level positioning. Put a nice picture, optimize your profile on social media, be dropping value. And number 2, which I love to call it value positioning. See, you can have the best picture, you can have the best surface level position, your profile can have the best colors, but what are you delivering? Some people, when we say deliver value, they go and start posting, aspire to acquire, do not retire to refire, and you shall acquire. No. The truth is this: value is
Motivational speakers.
value for exactly. You don't turn motivational speaker finish every day. The problem is you do not create value. You go and borrow value and say, "Oh, somebody just said we pay to be paid." You carry, you paste. And somebody say, "Well, I'm not the finish of this life. Loss release your portion." You carry, you paste. That is not value. You are dumping. You are spamming. And that's why some of them, they say, I have snapped the right picture, I have been posting, but nobody is buying. Nobody is buying because you are not connecting with your audience. You must first of all, Sabisubi said something out that if you are going to be the kind of person that's going to drive sales, you must first know the culture, know the pain point of the culture, of the people. What are they talking about? That is why you must, your time on social media, you are using it to check the DMs, the comment sessions. You are checking trending topics. What are they saying? What are they complaining about? What is the problem that they need to solve? Talking about the hungry audience. When you're able to find the hungry audience, then you start providing value around it. For example, let me say something. Let's say on your timeline, you see a lot of people are complaining about Nigeria is too hard. They want to jackpot. They want to travel out of Nigeria. The first thing, if I was to start responding to them, is that I will go on my profile and say something like, "This country is hard." First of all, you have to acknowledge, accept the problem, right? This country is hard, oh man. It's not easy compared to this and that country and wherever. However, these are the things I will recommend for you. While you are yet in this country, let me change this lighting. While you are yet in this country, All right, sorry about that. Anyway, uh, okay, so let's get back on this. While you are not in this country, these are the kind of things you can do. You can tell them learn a skill. You can tell them there's a free. Just look for solutions around that thing and provide value to them for free around what you are offering. This is not the time to say perspire to acquire, retire, and fire, leave, all those rubbish. I see some of them, and I just shake my head because I know that you are going nowhere. Okay, Joseph, come. So the next thing is, the first thing is to know the pain points. Know what these people are complaining about. For example, right now, there's a pain point everybody in this Nigeria, Obodo Nigeria needs. Everyone needs a way to make money online. They may not know it, that they need, that the money they're looking for is online. But basically, the Nigerian economy is falling like a wasteland. Somebody will say wasteland, right? So everybody, their salary is not enough. Even the people earn 200k per month. So how much can 200k keep you? 200k they receive in a week, before weekend, they don't finish. It doesn't, they reach. So if you meet them and say, I have a legit way to help you make money online without having to do so and so and so, will you take it? I bet you over 90% of your present audience will take that offer. Now, automatically, you are first of all, understand their pain point. Number two, provide an offer that will help them solve that problem. So that's how I do mine. If you go to my profile right now, sometimes I preach the gospel. Well, I do that predominantly because I use my social media for Jesus. So, but in preaching the gospel, there's the angle from which I come about the gospel. I'm not talking about hellfire and all that. I'm talking about how the gospel can affect your present situation, your finances, your relationship, your marriage, and all that. How the gospel can affect your excellence. So I start providing value around those things. And then when people come to me and say, I would like to be close to you, I would like to be in your DM, and all that, and all that, and all that, I start providing information. For those that are in my WhatsApp status or maybe social media like LinkedIn, I always provide value around, because I know these people are trying to get money. I know these people are trying to get a job. I know these people are trying to get something. They may not complain about it, but they are seeing it. So I come in the morning and I say, good morning, all right, believe in yourself, and all that motivational talk. In the afternoon, and then I check around. I go, if it's on Twitter, I go and check the Twitter trends. What are they talking about? I check the trends. I scroll through my timeline. Okay, I see this. Okay. Sometimes I just see one person complaining about something, and I take that thing and I build a content around what that one person is saying, targeting that one person, knowing fully well that if one person is complaining about it, there's a possibility that 10 people are complaining about it. That 1,000 people, 100 people are complaining about the same thing. So I write contents targeting just that one person in mind, but I'm targeting his concern and building a holistic approach around the problem. Let's say, for example, on my timeline, I see on Twitter that some of them complain on job. Oh, this week I plan to get a better job. I want a good job. For example, on LinkedIn, I know that a lot of them are working, but they need a better job. I know somebody that resigned from a 100k salary job because she hated the environment. So what do I do if I'm in such a place like LinkedIn? I'm going to talk about how that, number one, a job cannot make you financially successful. They will say, yes, that's value. Are you seeing that now? Then number two, I start saying, if I start providing, telling story. I sell using storytelling. Oh, I was once working 40k somewhere. I was hoping to get a job of 120k, and finally I found something that now makes me $1 million per month. And if you are willing to learn, I can show you. It is not Ponzi, it is not referral, it is not MMM. But if you will focus, give yourself time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, I can teach you how to make $1 million in a month. If this interests you, just send me a message in my DM, and that's before you know. Hello Joseph, hello Joseph, hello Coach Joseph, hello Coach Joseph. Before you know, I can get 20 messages in a day of people interested. That is because I sell using storytelling, and that is the best part. Every one of us has a story to tell. I told somebody today, that was yesterday, that bought a course, one of my courses. He said, how do I start? I said, first of all, why did you buy this course? Locate why you borrowed money to buy this course, and build a story around it, and start telling your audience. Start educating your timeline. because we live by education. You want to start by, that's why when people come to me, I like to tell them that affiliate marketing is as old as 1989 on the internet. As old as because some of them think it came yesterday because they heard it yesterday, but it's as old as 1989 on the internet. Oh, outside the internet is as old as humanity. Everyone does affiliate marketing. I bet where did they say Apple for here? Oh, he did that junction. That's affiliate marketing. All right. Oh, where do they send? Who is your shoe plug? Oh, this is my shoe plug. What you did is called affiliate marketing. It's as simple. Now, if you're going to help people do it online, right, you are going to have to provide education, enlighten them to say, for example, this is one content I use. This is one content you can swipe. For example, I like coming from the angle of NYC. This time I'm targeting people who have been through NYC. Probably they're working in one job where they're paying them 200K or 100K or 40K. And I said, during my time of NYSC, I noticed Said skill training. So I built the content letting them know that even the government is telling you that you need a skill. Then I take the video by Buhari and I said, Buhari said there's no job. This is to show you why the government is teaching you how to learn a skill and how to be an entrepreneur. However, the skills they are teaching you in Said are things that illiterates learn without going to school. However, there are skills you can learn right now that can teach you how to make as much as $1 million in a month. There's copywriting, there's email marketing, there's social media marketing, there is affiliate marketing business, which combines these skills together. Now, this person did this, used this skill and made 200K. I used this skill and I made 600K. You want to show proof. Don't just talk audio money, right? Number one, educate, right? Which I've shown you the history of affiliate marketing, using a story, building a story around something. Then thirdly, show proof. That is value. That is the value we're saying that you should provide. The value is information that people need. Because as an affiliate marketer, your job is to put the right information in front of the right audience, not just any information. Yeah, so see, information be like pharmacy. Not every drug is for your audience. You need to know the pain point and the particular medicine that solves that problem. If you want to sell a product around
can I come in a little bit? Sorry to cut you, Joe.
Because I'm almost saying, okay, Joe, you are the one who complained that people need to sleep. Oh. And now you are delivering. Okay.
Actually, on the aspect of pain points, I just wanted to chip in something before you continue. On the aspect of pain points, yes, it's true that you must know the pain point of the people who you are selling to in order for you to know how you can help them. At the end of the day, we sell by helping people. But you need to also know, and I'm talking to everyone now, you need to also know that in order to know people's pain points, you don't know their pain point by talking. I'll say that again. You do not know people's pain point by talking. You know people's pain point by listening.
Write that down.
You know people's pain point by listening. I know there's somebody here who needed to hear that. That's why I'm saying it again and again. You do not know people's pain point by talking. You know people's pain point by listening. And how do you listen? You ask questions. So what are you experiencing right now in your business? What are your experiences with online sales? You ask open-ended questions that people cannot answer with yes or no. Never ask a question that somebody can answer with yes or no.
Hold on, Kenny. I want you all to do this assignment tomorrow, or maybe you do it tonight, so that those who are still awake can see it, or those who are sleeping can see it tomorrow. Don't put this on your status. Send a direct message to 10% of your contact on WhatsApp. If you have 100 contacts on WhatsApp, send to 10 people. If you are like Kenny, who has 15,000, send to 1,500 people. Okay, so Kenny might not need to do the assignment because that's going to take you like almost a day. So the message I want you to
I can actually do it at the click of a button.
Yeah. That's a good one. So the message I want you to send to them is greet them. Today is Sunday already. Hello, happy Sunday to you. And I want you to send them a message that, let me assume that they all live in the same country as you. So let's use Nigeria, for example. If you're in Nigeria, if you're not in Nigeria, use the version of your country and the country of the people who are on your contact. And say to them this: do you notice that things are not as smooth in Nigeria as they are supposed to be? I was at a program yesterday and they told us, okay, that's becoming long. Let me see the best way to make it simple. All right. Do you notice that Nigeria is not the way it's supposed to be financially? Send that. Then send another one and said, I was at a program yesterday and I learned hidden ways to make money online. I'm about to start this journey. If you are interested in starting it with me, if an extra 1 million naira sounds good to you per month, maybe you want to let me know so I can show you how. Now, what did I say in a nutshell? Number one, greet them. Number two, talk about the situation in the country in one sentence. You notice how terrible the financial situation is in Nigeria? Question mark. You expect an answer from there. And then you say, I was at a program yesterday, or I just finished a program on YouTube, and I found out that the best way for anyone is to learn how to make extra income online. I'm about to start this journey. If you think an extra 1 million naira per month sounds good to you, let me know. Maybe we can start this together. I just wanted to push that out to a few number of people. And what I want you to check from that, I've asked you to send 3 messages like that. First is a greeting. Second is to tell them the terrible financial situation in the country. And number 3 is to say, I was at a program online yesterday or today, or I just finished a program online, and we were told how making money online is the easiest solution. Do you think an extra 1 million a month for you sounds good? If so, maybe we can start this together. Let me know if you want. Almost everybody you send it to will ask you, tell me more. Almost every one of them. Almost every one of them. Now, the moment they say, tell me more, you now do what Kenny just said. You start to ask questions. Your questioning is for you to be able to qualify them if they are ready for what you believe you are ready for. If you have not started and you're about to join LAP. But if you have joined LAP already and you are already in, you have started. So you can say those things to them. That is you beginning to question them. So I will let Kenny and Joe give you a little bit of soap on the kind of questions you can ask. Joseph had already said a lot of things about adding value already. Kenny, if he's going to say his version, I'm sure he's going to say something like teach them actionable steps, actionable value, something they can go and practice and see results immediately. I just gave you one.
Exactly.
Send a message to 10% of your contacts. If you're as crazy as me, I'll send to almost 50% of my contacts.
Yes.
You can put the message together and then paste 1, paste 2, paste 3. If you know how to do broadcast message, make sure those people, you have each other's numbers saved, and don't send the broadcast as one long message. Send happy Sunday first, send. Then send the second one. Do you notice the situation in Nigeria, whatever, and all that? Now, this is another big deal. Many of you only have contact. You don't have network. Do you notice that they didn't say your contacts is your net worth? They say your network is your net worth, not your contact. A lot of you have followers online, but you don't have, those followers are not even contact, not to talk of becoming network. Kenny is my network. Joseph is on my network. There is absolutely nothing within their power that I cannot have them do for me. I just needed to ask. except it's not within their power. If it's not within their power, they try to gather more power to their power so that they can become powerful or Michael Power and then deliver for me. Because they are in my network. How did I get them to be my network? I added value to them. I added value to them. How did I know Kenny? Somebody had told me about him before. I said, oh, nice one. I don't know what he looked like. I said, okay, I hand him over to you. Let the person keep talking about him. Then an issue happened that he felt cheated. And then he sent me a message. And some of you, if you receive the type of messages I receive, you probably ignore and, the issue will go on and then became a bad something. But I responded to Kenny. I said, you know what? Talk to me tomorrow about this. Let's see a way out. And then he called, and then we spoke for long on the phone. He shared his concern with me. Then I explained why the issue happened to him. And then I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do to step in. I'm going to put a pause on it immediately from my power and make sure that we salvage the whole situation. I believe, he might not have told me, I believe that singular act of mine broke something in him that said, this guy is worth following. And since I met him, I've never asked any to do anything except the design I asked him to do yesterday or 2 days ago that he has not delivered to me. And this is a reminder for the program next weekend. It's my birthday stuff. I've never asked him to do anything that he did not do. Never. You understand? So he's in my network. If I want to sell a program, he's one of the first that will buy. Thank God he's a buyer. He's not the one seeking for free knowledge. All right. The same thing with Joseph. You understand? So these two are now network to me. So you have contact. When was the last time you chatted them up to just know, I just want to know how you are faring? See, you just crossed my mind. I used to do that in broadcast a lot. Everybody responds. I said, hey dear, you just crossed my mind. Are you sure you are fine? Did the Lord reveal something to you about me? Tell me. That's the reaction. I feel like, no, I'm just checking on you. It goes a long way. It goes a long way. So you don't get too used to, status it's like TV. It's not the best way to communicate. Yeah, it's the best way to mass communicate. But for now that you don't have thousands of contacts, the few hundreds you have, the few tens of contacts you have, how do you nurture those relationships? Remember the last thing Kenny said was relationship. How do you nurture it? Sometimes it's from the known that you move to the unknown. Sometimes it's from the known that you move to the unknown. Let me say this, and I want you to learn this, and I'm going to get the last thought from both of them so we can close. A couple of years ago, I knew a young man who used to make in maximum 2 months up to 50 million in any network marketing program that they just introduced to the country. There are two of them. These were the years where, how much did I even have an income? I didn't have an income then. I was struggling. It was a female copper that was feeding me. I was not a copper, I was an ex-copper. But this female copper, because, fine boy days more than at least. Family house. It was family house. An exco in family house. Where they used to cook together in their coppers fellowship family house, which used to be my family. I was an alumnus of that particular family house. So I will go there. I've lost respect. Everybody else do not respect. When you are an ex-copper and you visit the first time, everybody clap for you. They, hey, celebrate grace. But tomorrow you came again, I celebrate grace. Tomorrow they celebrate. After 1 week, they say cele. After 1 month, of course, alpha. Alpha. They say, later you even be the one to greet. They say, Shola, it became like that. So when I first came, they served me rice. They will serve me food. Our alumni is around. They will ask me to lead closing prayer for their fellowship or whatever they are doing. And so I kept going and going. And when the going became frequent, they were no longer serving me. I mean, I will position like, yeah, they will bring food for me. They will bring food. All of them will share food and finish. No food will come to I was ESCO. Until this lady, the Lord sent her to me, she started to. So if she's in the kitchen, I get full food. If she's not in the kitchen, she shares her own food with me. That was all I had to eat at those period. So there's a guy who is now making 50 million in 2-3 months. So I didn't know how he was doing it, but later I found out that this guy has built a very strong network. He has built a very strong network. So how do you sell like Joseph? How do you sell like Kenny? Add value to your contact. Your contact will become your network. Your network will always buy from you. Why? They trust you because they have received value as a contact. They have been upgraded to become a network. And now that they are your network, they are equal to your net fucking worth. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the
That is
summary.
just it.
This is the summary of everything that worked for me, that worked for Joseph, that worked for Kenny, that worked for every other person, including Coach Chinwe that couldn't join us today. She called me recently, sent me a message a few moments ago actually. She's pretty sorry that she couldn't meet up. Had a lot of emergencies and stuff and all, but maybe hopefully one of these days we're going to be able to get her. But by the way, before they give their last thoughts, I want to specially invite everybody to next week Friday. Is my birthday, by the way. I wish you would have. Yeah. So next week Friday, 5th November is my birthday, and we are going to be rocking it with the 40 Stream Virtual Conference, the birthday edition. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be live on YouTube, live on Facebook, and live on Zoom. You can join any of those platforms, and we have amazing speakers, mind-blowing speakers. There are 8 speakers, and we have about 4 panelists. You're going to be hearing Coach Kenny also on that day. You're going to be hearing Joseph on that day. Chinwe that couldn't come today will be coming on that day as well. And then we have 1 or 2 other people. Yes, all the way from the UK, we're having Oyebola also on the panel for the first time. I've been able to drive Oyebola to come. All right. So she's also going to be on the panel, and we're going to be discussing critical issues that has to do with making $10,000 online. So you want to be able to attend this event. It's 2 days event. We have Friday, which is going to be from 5 p.m. Nigerian time, and then we have Saturday, which is going to be on the 6th of November, which is going to be from 11 a.m. is in the morning. And we have amazing speakers. We have Steve Harris from Nigeria. We have Dr. Sarah from the US. We have Paulina from the US as well. These are US people. Yeah, and then we have Angus Levy from Ireland in Europe, and then we have Damilola Oluwatoyinbo from Nigeria. We have, I think, have I mentioned Steve Harris? We have Steve Harris. We have Temi Ajibewa, and then we have Justy Bay, and then we have Emily Wale Koya as well. 8 powerful speakers, and then we have about 4 panelists as well over a period of 2 days. So you want to make sure you get ready to be a part of this. To join this or to be a part of this, all you need to do is to go to this website. Where is this? My website. Let's go to the website. Is 40 Streams. Let me quickly type it. Is www.40streamconference.com. Yeah, let me just copy this and put it somewhere. All right, so you come to 40streamconference.com. No, then you register, then you join the waiting lists. I just want to copy this out. Yeah, I have this now. Let's get back to our guest position, and I can add the texts. I'm gonna paste this. I'm gonna add it. Right, so let me just put it here in my face, 40streamconference.com. If you have not been able to register, just go and register. I've also posted it in the chat. All right, so you can have that. Those of you on Facebook, you can see that as well. So it's going to be a very big event. It's to mark my birthday. I've always dreamt of having a talk show every of my birthday. And the second one, which I pray that people like Joseph is going to be praying for me, so I have worship service on my birthday, prophetic. How many of you know I'm a prophet? Yeah,
I'm going to sing. I'm going to sing for you that day, sir.
yeah.
Have you heard my singing voice?
I would love to hear that. I would love to hear that. All right. So I actually, do prophesy and stuff and all that. So, for example, I can tell Joseph what he ate yesterday now. So how did I know? Celebrate grace. I used to do those things. I laugh. Like, anyway. So I usually would look forward to doing something like that, and maybe one of these days, God permits me, want to do something we call prophetic business school. All right, it's a school online just like this where we teach biblical principles of business and then also prophesy to businesses and stuffs and all of that. So if you're struggling in your business, the solution could come through prophecy. All right, could just hear there's someone here who is doing a clothes business. Change your logo. That's all you need to do. That could be a prophetic word for you. And then you pick that up, you go apply it, you see big results and all that. And you drop prophet offering. It's very important. So these are the things that we have upcoming. If you want to join LAP or become a part of the traffic hacking community to learn 14 skills that can give you over 56 streams of income, you can pick any one of them and you can make money by being an affiliate marketer as well. It's only $100 for the VIP package. All you need to do is to reach the person who invited you to get their link to be able to join the platform. You're going to see more of Coach Kenny, more of Coach Joe, and more of myself, and a lot of amazing coaches also on the platform if you register. All right, so please register. If you do not have $100, we have a unique package called the 30 days challenge. You can join the 30 day challenge for just $25. All right, that's about 12,000 naira. So you can join that one and then upgrade to the VIP pack for $100 when you are registered, when you are ready. All right, so please share this information and let's have that. So we have come to the end, but before then I want to take the last final thought of our guest. And in the final thought, sometimes it could be where your prophetic word is eating. Why am I shouting prophetic these days? All right, so after this break, I'm going to take the final words from our guest. Don't go away, I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So I'm going to take our guests right now to hear what their final word is going to be for tonight, and then we'll see them again next week. So let's start with Coach Kenny. In 1 minute, 60 seconds, what is the final thing you would like to say?
All right, I think I should go first because I just have one sentence basically to say. Is a long sentence.
Go on.
Right. So I need to tell somebody here that your journey to seven figures is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Your journey to seven figures is not a sprint. It is a marathon. And in that marathon, you're going to have challenges. You're going to have, stumbling blocks. But the thing is, as long as you approach your challenges from an abundance perspective, you will always come out on top. Why? Because challenges are an opportunity for you to grow. Challenges are not roadblocks. They are an opportunity for you to grow. Everybody who is an industry leader today is a product of a series of challenges that they overcame. Tests that went right. They tested, it didn't work. They tested again, it didn't work. They tested it again, and then it worked. The moment it worked, they became the solution. Therefore, they became the pace setter on that subject. So for someone here, I need you to know that the journey to the top is not going to be a sprint. The reason why most people struggle is because they approach everything business with a sprint mindset. Let me try it. They try it, It doesn't work the first time because of their quality of information or the quality of implementation. So naturally, they jump straight to the next thing with the same sprint mindset, expecting that on the first attempt they will hit, right? And that's the reason why Bet Niger has so many customers because of the same sprint mindset. So you need to approach business with the mind of a marathon runner, not a sprint runner. You also need to approach your business like a business person, not necessarily a silent investor. Some people expect that because they paid money to start a business, then they do not need to add their time and energy to the mix, but yet they expect to see results. Everybody you see producing results are a product of the time, the energy, and the resources that they put into these things, that they put into their business. Every result is an output. An output is created by input. Without input, there is no output. So no amount of God when will automatically produce output for you, sir. I will make I will make bigger amounts of money. See, I will do 10 billion in a day soon. And you will still say God when. But when won't come unless you put the input to produce the output. So if there's another thing that you must pick from this session today is the fact that output is produced by input. Before you shout God when, say God what? Not God when. Because you need to be saying God, what do I need to do? Not God when. Okay? So that's my little 2 cents I wanted to add at the end of it.
Wow. Thank you very, very much for that. All right, Joe, man. Let's hear you.
Great grace.
Celebrate grace. Mata bata. Thank you, sir.
Coach K has said a lot about this. I would just want to say some of us give up too early. Some of us give up too early. Coach K, you said that you are still talking today like he happened alone. Told us how he struggled for like 7 months and made only 12,000. But he didn't. Just yesterday, one of my students came to me and said he made his first sale. And we wind back to our chat. It was the same person who was telling me weeks ago that he wants a refund of his money, that he cannot do that. So what is my point to my final statement to anybody listening to this podcast? You first have to believe in yourself. It starts from belief. It starts from belief. With that belief, my Reverend will say, dream big, then find out what it takes to achieve that goal. If you say you want $1 million naira a month, write it down somewhere. I always teach this principle back up to you. Write down the vision and make it big, so that he that sees it might run with it. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come to pass. First, write down the vision. Then write down the steps which you are willing to take. Find out what you do not know, what you are not doing. Then go about learning it. If it means you paying for extra mentorship, pay it. Pay for that mentorship, pay for that training. Go through the learning curve and implement massively. No amount of coaching, no amount of mentorship will take away the place of implementing with skillfulness, with wisdom. Do you understand that? And so you on your own, the point is invest in developing capacity. Because the truth is this: nobody owes you anything until you become a better version of yourself. I always tell people, life rewards you for being a better version of yourself. When you become a better version of yourself, like one of the coaches said earlier, your destiny will come to help you accelerate to where you ought to be. So thank you very much for having Coach Sam and Coach Benny.
Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying with us today. We have come to the end of today's broadcast. If you want to connect with Coach Kenny and Coach Joe, I'm going to be dropping their link to either their Instagram, I think, on the what do you call this thing, description below. If you're here and you have not subscribed to this channel, please a subscription and a notification turn on will be wise, because you're gonna get value a lot. All right, so please subscribe, and then in the subscription stuff description box, I'm going to put the link so people to connect with them. Let's pack up a conversation in the comment section of this post, and let's see how we can learn from each other. What do you think about everything that we have been able to say so far? Share your own testimonials. If you are also making money online, what have you been able to do? All right, avoid putting link, because they will not allow your comment to show, or saying some not very nice words. But you can just share your story of what you have also been able to do and the steps you follow, so that other people who are reading can also learn from this. Thank you very much, everybody. I'm going to see you all on my birthday. Have an amazing evening. Thank you for joining. Awesome.